Alrighty, Taylor, what happened last time?
So we start the session out fighting copyright protected teleport beasts. Let's call them teleport felines, aka lightbenders. Natalie, Turkara, and Kor are riding Freyja, a crag kitten.
Cat. Kitten's
I think
fine.
Uh,
it's a kitten.
also,
That's fine.
aka Turkara's steed. And the rest of us are riding drakes, given to us by the survivors at Al Haddad. At some point, I mean, we're fighting them for a hot minute, but Sorkoven unleashes a hypnotic pattern, which charms, I think, all of them, the ones that were still alive at that point. Then we escape. But Tast has to stay behind for a while. When she returns, she's hurt significantly, but Turkara is able to heal not all of the wounds, but somewhat. Eventually, the secret swords come upon the same encampment that we were heading to. Um, and that's when, we see the aftermath of the dragon's attack on the camp. Notably, Randall, somebody very important to Sir Coven, his father in law. He's burned, he's badly injured, he's being protected slash watched over by Andromeda Castive, who is Law's sister, and another unknown mage at the time. Um, Obviously, Sir Coven rushes up to help him. Turkara also comes, and thankfully, she's able to heal Randall. And afterwards, we kind of just grab him and take him.
Yeah,
And Andromeda, I think she walks off. Either she walks off or she doesn't notice, or she notices and she doesn't care that much, which Sorkoven was kind of like confused about because I mean Sorkoven's under the impression that the Castives want to annihilate them, the Secret Swords, and from what he remembers from meeting Andromeda, long story short, Sorkoven knows Lav's siblings because he kind of grew up with Lav. Um, Anyway, from what he remembers, she wasn't really a nice person. She was more like the rest of Lav's family than she was Lav, so that was concerning to Sir Coven. Um, we get back to the party. Um, they're aiding Randall further. Think some medicine checks. Um, we take a short rest. At some point, he comes to. He had somebody noticed that he had a box, and Sir Coven takes it, opens it, reads it. Not super happy about what he reads. Um, Once Randall comes to, they have this really long conversation about a lot of things, but it's only really possible with calm emotions. Luckily, he fails all three saves,
hmm
and Turkar is there to watch over just in case like anything goes wrong. The rest of the party, I think, was trying to give us space because it was an emotionally charged moment. Um, After that conversation, he returns to Andromeda and the mage. Um, there's a little bit of deception at play, but um, he goes back. He's not happy with Sorkoven. Um, the party leaves. We set up camp for a long rest. It starts pouring, raining. We take turns taking watch. and something must have happened, and it must have been so engrossing that I forgot to write it down because that's where my notes end. What did I forget?
I traded a spider monkey a piece of ration for a beetle force.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Anything else? I don't remember.
I mean, the session ended with y'all arriving back at Al Hadana, but
Yeah.
I don't recall anything specific else that happened along the way.
okay.
Um, and then y'all's sleep schedule is whack, so I think it's like in the middle of the night, if I remember. Um, so as you arrive back at Al Hadan, um, things are pretty much as you left them. Um, you spot Badaz, the kobold, kind of standing guard, and as you approach, he runs up and says, "So, what happened with that dragon you sent off?"
Bit of a mess. I
Did you kill it?
think it's dead. Yeah. Wouldn't say we killed it.
You should tell people you killed it. They'll think
Okay.
you're cooler if you do.
I'm not a fan of lying, but I appreciate your suggestion. Anybody else have any particular interest on lying for glory?
It's much more interesting that way.
To lie for glory?
Definitely.
Fair.
Think of all the drama.
Sure.
And what if we're found out that we're lying? Or we could get away with it. What rewards could we possibly get?
Sure. I tend to try and avoid lying unless I need to, unless I think it is. Yeah, need to.
I think
Anyway.
it's important to tell the truth, but only in certain circumstances.
Anyway, that's your call. Then I will defer to you when we talk to people about a dragon.
Oh, I wasn't calling for a vote, but it is an interesting proposition by Badass over here.
Um. Okay, so my impression is that we want to figure out what's the bad feels, what's the bad time, what's going on. Is that not correct?
Sounds correct to me.
Did you get? And I've heard through the grapevine that you have done some experimentation on it, or like you understand it somewhat better than me. I just wandered into it within the last like shortly before I met you. I learned that it made you not sleep yesterday.
The gist of what we've gone over so far is if you cast, or it is an aura of evil, and if you cast protection from good and evil on someone being affected by this phenomenon, it goes away temporarily until that protection is gone. Also, if you cast Dispel Magic and with a high enough skill, it dissipates as well. Also,
But not
apparently,
permanently?
no, it just pings onto someone else, and it also Dispel Magic in particular draws the ire of whatever's causing this and tries to put you to sleep.
Okay, so it's a bad juju dream, man. Okay.
I would like to add an addendum that not only dispel magic, but it can also tell if you are just simply fucking with it, because it also came after me, and I did not use dispel magic.
So it has some conception of it. It is aware.
It seems to be.
Loosely. And it causes dreams. I don't specifically remember my dream. Does anyone have any recollections of any dreams? Are they just bad dreams, or is there any? Nope, no memory.
It essentially takes your worst fear and it formulates a nightmare, focusing on that.
Okay. Well, I don't know if I have any good dream spells. Um, I guess I could just like. I'm gonna sit down and ritual cast detect magic, and also set up that make sure I have detect magic prepared.
As you're kind of preparing that, Badaz says, "Oh yeah, I remember now. In my dream, I was a scrawny little weakling who couldn't do anything right. I was in charge of protecting the village, and it all burned down because I wasn't strong enough. Good thing it was just a dream, though, huh?"
Yes,
Yeah.
don't worry, friend. That could not be further from the truth.
Yeah, I think I remember getting people being upset with me or something. I don't remember. It's been a minute. Well, it's been like 8 hours, and I totally would remember some of it because it was a horrible dream, but I don't remember the details. Sorry, it's been like 24 hours, maybe a little.
Maybe your mind just doesn't want you to remember.
Yeah, that's it.
We'll go with that.
um,
But yeah, you ritual cast the spell.
any sign of any magic around? Can I like detect anything other than like anything not local?
There is a faint aura of magic kind of filling the entire radius that you can detect. 'Cause I think it's a 30-foot radius. So there's definitely like magic suffusing the area all around, but it's very kind of faint and lingering rather than something specific.
Okay. Um,
Does the spell give you any more information than that?
it's just the type of magic and right. Um, I can just cast it. Oh no, I consume spell slot now. We. Sorry.
Go away.
Didn't we learned the School of Magic previously, didn't we? Am I making that up?
Did you?
That sounds right to me.
Does anyone recall what that was?
I thought it was. I vaguely remember necromancy, but that just might be a bias that I'm having. I don't know if that's fact or not.
All right. Well, I don't remember exactly what you might have gotten in the past. If so, we're retconning it. Natalie, you detect conjuration magic.
Oh, oops.
Uh, okay. Um, no indication of which direction it's coming from. Um,
Mm-mm.
well,
I want to try
I don't know.
something.
What's up?
Takara, during this, Takara will also just be praying while this is happening.
I'm
Okay.
going to try and fall asleep.
All right. I mean, Sir Coven, you find a nice, comfortable spot to lay down, and um,
Well, before I do, I
mhm.
tell everyone, look, somebody needs to watch after me because just watch over me. If you can tell I'm having a nightmare, maybe you don't have to wake me up right away, see where it goes. But if it starts getting worse, please wake me up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Can do.
okay. All right. Whisper channel. Hey, All right. So you find a nice comfortable spot. What are you thinking about as you fall asleep?
I'm thinking, I know you can sense us. What are you? Where are you? You're a coward for fighting us like this. Reveal yourself. Find us. Meet us where we stand. Just things like that over and over
Mhm.
again.
Yeah. So as you're kind of thinking these thoughts, having this sense of kind of bravado, I guess you would call it, you slowly drift off to sleep with that in your mind. Um, you stand deep in the dungeons of Amaranthina, headquarters of the Fallen Phoenix. Several members stand on a balcony above, watching you. Before you is a stone slab with a humanoid figure covered in a large sheet laying atop it. Strangely, there is a dragon carved into the slab, but you aren't thinking about that right now. The ritual is done. All that is left is to see the results. You pull back the sheet, and beneath is Raquel. She is malnourished, pale, and weak, but slowly her eyes open. Sir Coven? Is is that you? As she tentatively places her feet onto the ground, she stands up off the slab and stumbles. You catch her in your arms. She looks up at you and smiles, but then she coughs up blood. You see fear in her eyes. Sir Coven, I I feel broken. Suddenly she begins to slip from your arms, but her skin remains holding on to you. Her head falls off her neck, her skeleton falls to the side of the room, and her shadow retreats to a far corner. A spectral image of her materializes nearby. Raquel's head begins floating in the air. The mouth on her head and the spectral image speak in unison. Sir Coven, you have brought me back in pieces. Why can't you keep it all together? As this horrific image fills your vision, darkness creeps in until eventually you wake from this nightmare.
Specific for Paladin Divine Intervention, because that brings up a lot
Oh,
of RPGs.
all right. So what are y'all doing while Sir Coven's drifting off to sleep?
I'm trying to see if there's a. I'm trying to spend time to see if there's a detective. I want to wander around town to see if there's a. Well, no, I'm going to just watch over him. My second insight is available here.
Mm-hmm.
Making sure I'll like throw insight to make sure he's not like ruining his life in his dreams.
Okay.
And if he gets too sad, I'll pick him up. But otherwise,
Roll an insight check for me. Um,
horrible 13.
so he kind of finds a comfortable spot and goes to bed with sort of a determined expression on his face. Like
Sure.
you get the sense that like he wants this problem done and solved. Um, and a few minutes later, once he's pretty clearly asleep, he begins tossing and turning. There's some faint mumbling under his breath, and um, I'd say like within the last minute or so of detect magic, you sense that conjuration magic growing stronger and stronger around Sarkovan. Um,
Okay. I'm not going to do anything until. Have we tried dispelling a person dreaming?
Yes.
Okay.
um, a minute. So you're at this point, your detect magic has worn off. Because it took some time for him to fall asleep in it, and
I can. Can I
he's
be
he's kind of sweating.
spam ritual? Can I spam ritual cast it?
Sure. So we'll say like you start the ritual to where you can keep it up and going. So
Mm-hmm.
the conjuration magic gets stronger and stronger, and he seems more in distress, sweating when suddenly his eyes open and Sarkovan wakes up.
Okay.
It may have some level of knowledge, but either it's incapable or unwilling to respond. It knows something, but what its motives are, I can't tell. I've had the same dream as before. However, I did notice something in the dream that for some reason stuck out to me more this third time. The imagery of a dragon but it could be completely unrelated.
Image of a dragon?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask
Could you
Badaz, was there a
describe?
dragon? Wait, did you lose to a dragon? Is that the story you had in your dream?
Well, in my dream, the village was burned down from a dragon attacking it,
Yeah, I
and
seem to remember being humiliated. Sorry, continue.
it was just me, the only thing standing between the village and the dragon, and it came at me, and I was prepared to use all of my big muscles to fend it off, but in the stream they weren't nearly as big, and so I had nothing to do, and the dragon just went right past me. Terrible
Yeah,
nightmare.
I think mine might have had to do with the dragon as well. So I begin to suspect that it is um a
The
dragon
dragon.
that dragon
But
trying to
Daz,
intimidate its. Go ahead.
what was the scale color of this dragon?
I mean, it was a red one.
Sorkoven? If you
I can't
would
remember.
know.
I can't remember, DM, if you described the color.
Make a retroactive perception check, but with disadvantage because you're trying to remember a detail from a dream.
Make a colorblind check. Red-green colorblind.
I have dark vision.
Wait. What type of check? I'm losing my mind here.
Perception with disadvantage.
Okay. I am clicking. What am I doing wrong? Let's see.
It's all the wine.
Let me try to pop in and see if that works.
Your computer is drunk.
Yeah. I'm gonna restart. I'm gonna have to restart the
Okay.
server page.
While Sorkoven just stares off into space. Natalie, what was the color of the dragon in your dream?
I don't remember, but I suspect it was red. But I could be wrong.
You don't get a retroactive check because Sarkovan from trying to remember something that happened just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, so I figured.
Well, from what I know about red dragons, it makes some sense if they would have an ego large enough to insert themselves in everyone's nightmares.
Yeah, don't usually think of them as well, I don't know. I don't. I know we're passing little about dragons.
DM, would I
Mhm.
know if the Bloodstar or her army would have any sort of knowledge on like this type of magic, like messing with people's dreams and stuff like that?
History check with advantage. Um, so you, it doesn't ring any bells. You do think about there's lots of rumors that you've heard of the Black Dragons being involved in all sorts of terrible dark arts, necromancy, um, illusion, poisoning, things like that, you know. And one kind of point of pride of the Bloodstars army is that like I mean, they enslave Dragonborn and they fight to conquer and kill, but they don't resort to trickery and deception. Like they will fight to win and fight head on. So something like this doesn't seem to be in line with the Bloodstars philosophy, if that makes sense.
Gotcha.
Although I guess that's sort of like a tradition of the Red Dragons. and she doesn't seem to be as devoted to that tradition as some of her ancestors, but
Hmm.
she still wouldn't. You would be highly surprised if she did anything this to this level of like subterfuge, I guess.
Gotcha. Well, in that case, it doesn't seem like something the Bloodstar would be involved in. Too prideful. I'd be very surprised.
More and more, I'm suspecting. This may sound obvious to some of you. Forgive me. More and more, I'm suspecting the framing of this dragon army by a third party. You're muted, Jay, if you're talking to us.
Oh, thank you. Sorry. Framing is a weird word because they are certainly just attacking this place. Like it's not like calling that framing is weird to me.
That
But
is true. Perhaps
like,
a better word would be collusion, or someone besides this red dragon that we are seeing wants us to fear it.
yeah.
Also, Chris, Freyja would be sent out again on patrol to try to find any kind of location of.
On that, before you do that, Chris, um, if you would allow me, I can cast Bee Sense and try and see through Freya as she goes through the forest.
That would be great because I'm suspecting that your eyes are pretty good.
I can ritual cast it, so it'll take like a couple minutes, but it lasts for an hour.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, we have all day, right? Like we have. Is it Chris? Is it how long do we have before we have to before we might start feeling exhausted
Um,
by the horrible?
I mean, y'all took a long rest, maybe an hour or two before arriving here, so
Yeah, that's what I thought.
you got plenty of time. All right, so Lilavati, you set up and cast this ritual on Freya, and then Freya heads out. Um, Let me see. So I'm just gonna use whoever's perception bonus is higher, which I'm guessing is Lilavati, but I'll double check.
I'm fairly certain.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is.
So, and since y'all are working together, Lilavati, make a perception check with advantage.
Ooh.
Alrighty. So does B say anything about like? I'm assuming Freya can still see as well, right?
For the duration of the spell, you can use your action to see through the beast's eyes and hear what it hears, and continue to do so until you use your action to return to your normal senses. So, I see what she sees.
Okay. Can I have Freya make a stealth check for me?
Yeah.
While perceiving blah blah blah, you gain the benefits of any special senses possessed by that creature, though you are blinded and deafened to your own surroundings.
Nice. Alrighty. Give me one sec.
Oh, Chris, also, I don't know if this matters, but I just saw this on her sheet. She has non-detection. Can't be targeted or detected by any divination magic or perceived through magical scrying sensors.
Okay.
It's so cool.
So as
That's quite cool.
you're going through the woods, Frey's glancing around, moving quickly to cover ground, but still slowly enough to keep an eye out for things. And Lilavati, you spot through her eyes a few very small footsteps on the ground, or like footprints that clearly don't match any of the dragonkin from Alhadon. So with your direction, Freya kind of follows those footprints for a bit, and comes to and you hear some faint shuffling up ahead. But as Frey comes around the tree, there's a large cloud of like solid blackness as like an area maybe 20 feet across that like no light is passing in or out of. And the footsteps end in this space. There's probably like 4 or 5 trees that are there that are like sticking out of the blackness, but it kind of covers the area on the ground around it.
I assume Takara would be nearby, and I would be like trying to say this,
Mhm.
even though I'm blind and deaf.
Yeah, and
Takara knows.
yeah, Freyja is communicating it to Takara as well.
We got telepathic link, baby.
She's
Freyja is very
probably
cool.
like 400 or 500 feet away from the camp, from Alhadon.
That's it. Like 400 or 500 feet from where we are.
Maybe a bit further. Let's say about 1,000 feet. Like, or like a.
I mean,
She's been out for 10 minutes or so since you first sent her off.
I mean, I don't mean to correct you. I'm surprised either way that it's that close and we haven't seen it yet. That's crazy.
Space is big.
Oh.
Yeah. Also trees.
Huh?
Um, unless Lilavati wants to see more, Takara will tell Freyja to kind of just back off a little bit from it. Just, you know. Actually, if it's that close, Takara will just tell Freyja to come back.
Okay.
I'll keep listening and watching through Freyja until she gets back, just in case anything tries to follow her.
Okay. Make another perception check with advantage, Lilavati. All right.
Homebrew rule, 18.
18. Keeping an eye out. You. Let me. Do this. As Freyja turns to head back, out of the corner of her eye, you notice a couple of leaves falling down from one of the trees that is sticking out of the cloud of darkness.
Run. She runs.
Okay.
Sprints.
She starts running back, and 6 or 7 minutes later arrives back at Alhadon, where you are.
In hindsight, I should have asked her to look at it, but too late. I don't want to spend another second level spell to recall Freyja again.
Well, we have something to investigate now, at least.
Yay! Exciting.
Assuming it's still there when we get there.
I mean,
but those footprints aren't gonna magically disappear, I believe. So we should probably go while they're still fresh.
Yep. I'm down to hunt the bad juju as soon as and aggressively as possible.
I agree.
All right. So with Freyja to lead you, you head back out into the forest.
I'd also, by the way, just as a precaution, I'd just like to relay the location because Takara would just know, and the thing she saw, or the thing that was sensed in the trees, I guess.
Ooh.
Yeah. To everyone.
What?
Who are you relaying this info to?
Just everyone.
Okay.
Yeah. The party.
Yeah. So everyone is kind of aware of what's happening. You head out into the forest, and before long, you spot the footprints. You follow them, and the footprints end. You come to the end of the footprints. That cloud of darkness seems to be gone. and Freyja's pretty confident this is the spot where it was at, but the footprints seem to end inside that darkness, and well, where that darkness was, and otherwise the area is unremarkable.
Shit.
It's somewhere here. We just have to keep looking.
Um,
Can I
I will
ritual?
use.
Can I ritual cast speak with animals?
Sure.
Oh, how do I have any? Is that other? Is my other detect magic available to me, or do I have to cast it hard cast?
Um, yeah, I mean, it took you probably 9 or 10 minutes to get here
Yep.
from the camp, so yeah, that's not up. Yeah, you start ritual casting that Lilvati.
No, no. Okay, yeah.
Oh, Lilvati.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that's fine. I was. Yeah.
And Takara will use detect evil and good.
Alrighty. Can you put that in the chat for me?
Yeah, I just gotta. Sorry, I'm like juggling a few sheets here.
You're juggling a few
I'm
shits.
sure you know nothing of what that's like.
See, this way to solve that problem is to just not actually plan anything or have any sheets. Pro tip.
Um, hmm.
Oh, wait. Oh, I'm sorry. I may have misspoke. I don't remember if this is the same. I actually meant to use my divine sense,
Okay.
which is different.
Okay.
Sorry. Let me put that in the chat instead. Similar, but
All right. Yeah, with divine sense, you don't sense anything in the area.
got it.
Whenever I'm done casting speak with animals, I'll try and find a critter to ask questions to.
Um, you notice a pair of birds on a branch, maybe 20 feet away. Um, make a animal handling check to approach without them like flying away.
Zerkoven wants to watch, but afar, from
Mhm.
afar.
Yeah. The you're able to walk up to the birds in a way without startling them. And what do you say to them?
Do either of you know where that black cloud went?
Oh, we saw that. It was here and then it was gone. And so was that short little lady.
What the lady looked like?
She had dark brown um animal skin across her body. Pale gray skin herself. Covered head to toe. Um, she seemed startled. Um, waved her hand around and that black cloud came and then she went into it. Um, and then the other bird says, "Oh, weren't you paying attention? She's up there." And the other bird kind of looks up into one of the other trees, but like maybe 25 feet up in its area it's looking in. You look over in that direction, and the leaf coverage is so thick you can't really see if there's anything up there or not. But the bird says, "She's up in that tree."
I go over to the car and whisper all that info. I go to the party one by one, so that it's not like alert. The
Yeah.
party is in the area.
Yeah, I have no strong opinions about what to do with this information.
Should we confront it?
My default behavior is always, I'll speak into your guys' mind, I guess. My default behavior is always to try diplomacy first, but whatever. They could be a friend.
Can we respond to that? I forgot.
I can't. That's a Chris question, not a me question.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was.
Chris, go ahead. You said yeah. Chris has given me the okay.
Yeah, you can speak
You can
back.
respond.
Yeah. No, we should. I meant confront verbally, not with a sword. Yet.
Yes,
But
no, maybe so.
I am not the one for climbing trees, so
I'm just gonna shout. I'm gonna go ahead and just shout. Say, hey, hello, anybody here? Heard there was some problem here. We're doing some investigation, hoping that anybody here might be able to help with an investigation. I'll throw perception just to see if anyone moves. Listening for.
Sure.
Yeah, I also want to keep track of movement around that tree that the bird's pointing out.
Both of you roll perception.
Man, I'm not rolling great. Not rolling terribly, but.
Um, Kevin, I sent you a message. Natalie, you don't notice anything?
Okay.
Is it still visible?
Yeah, barely. Yeah, it's
How
still
far away is
dark
this?
out. Probably about 25 feet. Up one of the trees.
I cast Hold Person.
All right, that's a wisdom save. Actually, as you cast the spell, you reach out to try to create the magical effect and paralyze the creature that you have spotted. But the magic doesn't purchase at all, and you like find any purchase, and you realize that's because this is not a humanoid.
Noted. Did it so like in that instance, would the creature that I'm attempting to use it on notice that I'm trying to cast a spell on it?
Um, oh, let me see. So first question is, what are the components of hold person?
Yeah. Verbal somatic material.
So yeah, I mean it's pretty obvious to everyone around that you're casting a spell. Make a sleight of hand check to determine if the target of the spell notices or not. Yeah, the one thing that you did see kind of pulls back into the leaves and seems to move further away.
Like up the tree or? through the trees.
Not higher, but along one of the branches.
Uh, I'm going to summon Mozilla and have Mozilla fly up there and poke around.
Okay.
Did you say fly? Did you say fly?
Mozilla can hover, and I've been told that that constitutes the ability to fly.
Oh my god. I
Yeah,
didn't know
hovering
this.
is flight.
Can I? All
I
right,
didn't
hold
know
on.
Mozilla could hover.
So Mozilla flies up and goes up above the branch that you spotted this creature on, um, and sees an image that I'm sending you now.
Oh my god.
And this individual sees Mozilla, and her eyes go wide, and she's like, and she tries to start like back towards the trunk of the branch. As she does so, and everybody kind of watches Mozilla goes up. Everyone gets a clear view of this individual who's up on a branch, maybe 25 feet, looking at Mozilla.
Mhm.
Wait, do y'all see that image?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, it's not coming up on my
Um,
other screen, but that's fine.
is there any way I can cast? I'm worried about this person. I don't know. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know how to help. Can I calm them? Just try and like say calming shit.
From Tokara's description of things, do I know who this is?
Takara, how detailed would you have been in that description?
I'd ask the same question.
Description of. Oh. Yes. Um. For everyone except, ironically, the person we're now traveling with, Takara would have
Okay, that's
described.
good to know.
I've already said that. Takara would have described the physical appearance of everyone.
Okay. Yeah, so you
Oh.
would all remember this person from Takara's descriptions.
Hey Chris, can I make some sort of check to know if the curse that we're in is this person is capable of that curse?
Arcana check.
Can I get some sort of advantage on that?
Yeah, I'll give you advantage.
Thank you.
Can I tell Mozilla to just sit on the branch, like in a non-threatening manner?
I'm gonna
Oh, wait, let me.
22. My Arcana check was a 22.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mozilla sits on the branch a little bit more non-threateningly, and
I'm gonna start doing. Hey, hi guys. I'm gonna. What's your? I know what's her name?
here, I'll send it to you.
Chris. Yeah, I'm just gonna say her name. I'm gonna say, hey, can I see her actually, or is this not what we do? I not see her?
Y'all all see her now. She kind of went
Okay.
into a more obvious spot without realizing when Mozilla went up there.
Okay, I'm gonna just say, hi. You know these fellows. They've been helping me out some here. Do you have anything in specific you want? Hey, fellows, be kind.
She kind of looks down at everyone below and realizes her position now. Um,
I'll speak. Here, let me do this directly to you.
mhm.
And then just say, yeah, hi guys. I believe you guys we are aware of my friend. I unfortunately got separated from her when this whole mess came about. Unfortunately, these Dragonborn are higher priority than the specific diplomatic mission I was doing between yourselves and her organization. But yeah, I'll say to the woman, I have some indication that these people are mostly well-meaning. There's, they
Um,
seem to bet.
yeah, and as you're watching her, you notice she's kind of like holding her cloak in a way to like completely cover herself from Mozilla. Um,
What is
but
Do
she,
Mozilla?
I
What
remember the tidbits about that specifically?
um,
what is Mozilla?
Mozilla's a fox. That's the fire spirit. So light.
Oh, okay. She's not.
Kevin, I will leave that up to you. It could be something like maybe Lilavati heard legends about these people in her youth,
I
or
think I did roll one time
Mhm.
about it being a legend,
Okay.
and I remember getting that information.
So yeah, we'll say Lilavati knows what Kevin knows. Well, about their species.
I'll call Mozilla back.
Okay. Um, she just says, Natalie, you trust these people? Or
Enough to throw them. At least in a short-term sense, most definitely. They mean best by most they meet and have done their best, the level best to help those in need around them.
okay, if you say so. And she begins climbing down the tree.
In fact, currently you've had, if unless have you had any trouble sleeping? We certainly have, and we're trying. You're currently in the process of trying to avoid that, prevent that, solve that problem.
Uh, yes, there seems to be some sort of strange magical effect on this area. Um,
Indeed.
you're you say you're trying to solve it. For what reason?
Because we want to sleep here. We have business around here, and it's nice to not. To, it's nice to be able to sleep. Also, we have the Dragonborn. You might have noticed I like groups of the Forsaken. I have interest in these some Dragonborn near here uh, who are in a tight spot and wish them well.
Well, and she kind of turns to the group. Hello, my name is Kai Debkatha. Um, I'm an associate of Natalie's. It is a pleasure to meet you. I'm a bit more timid than her, but she says I can trust you, so I will take her word for it. Who might you be?
So that's an invitation for you all to introduce
Oh, thank you for that. For letting me know. We are the Secret Swords. We are a group of, well, frankly, traveling misfits who help help anyone we come across in order to make our living, earn a modest coin where we can, doing some good. Mostly.
yourself.
I understand why Natalie would be interested in these Dragonborn, but so have they promised you coin? Is that why you are helping with this curse?
Not that I know of. Friends? Were you promised coin? I wasn't.
No.
They seem decent folk.
She kind of gives a sigh of relief and says, "Well, that's good news. Um, but clearly this curse is the work of some evil magic. I would be happy to help you. Um,
I would like to judge the intentions of KW Katha.
insight.
Also, Takara is going to try to remember because the player Chris can't because it's been like 6 months.
Hmm.
Gonna try to remember if this person said anything that was particularly outlandish in meaning us harm or something like that, like some of the other members did.
Um, let's see. Yeah, give me one second.
I can give that answer.
Yeah. Kevin, you can answer it.
Kay was very averse to direct confrontation.
Cool. Sorry, Taylor. Didn't mean to swoop in there.
Okay.
But however I may be of assistance, I am not usually in this land, so I'm not sure how much information I can provide. But what do you know about this curse so far?
It certainly makes us dream bad. Work of dragons, maybe?
That's true. When I tried to sleep, I noticed a dragon. It was a bright, shining golden dragon of pure light. Um,
It's not just a red dragon.
I was in the dream. I was trying to. I was with my people in my home, and this dragon came. Its scales reflecting the light of the sun, and it was so bright that it burned us all to ashes. I haven't slept again since. I don't want a repeat of that experience. As you see, my people are averse to light. Um, it is not healthy for us.
Sweet. I would have known that. That is not impossible. That's not possible for me to have not known.
Right.
um. Okay. So it's not just a drag. It's just some dragon dreams. It's. I was expecting it to be. I guess I don't know how dragon.
The bit of information we got was that it takes the form of a dragon insofar that dragons are some of the more fearful creatures of the realm. I don't think its exact color is the important part here.
Yeah. Yeah. It does seem like that's less important than I hoped. Um. Okay. I don't got nothing. Um. Yeah. Do you have any? Asking the woman, do you have any like leads on it? Do you know any? Do you have any skills with to detect uh the
Um,
sources of such magics?
in terms of skills or spell casting, I don't have much, but I do have the knowledge of my people. I've been around for several of your generations, and I've learned much in my time. I'm just not sure what sort of where I can direct that knowledge, if that makes sense. I've been thinking a
Okay.
lot about dreaming and what that is like, and maybe how this curse is manipulating dreams. And but I'm not sure what the true nature of it might be.
Can I, sorry to do this again, but can I judge whether I believe that particular statement that she doesn't really know anything about the curse?
Yeah, roll insight.
I
Dang,
instead rolled
I
a
I got
13.
rid of my daylight spell to talk to animals. Incinerate.
Okay.
Um, I mean,
What do you suggest we do? Do you have any
hmm.
ideas?
Well, we know it's something involving. You said your dreams involve dragons as well, and
I don't know
something.
if they involve dragons, all of them necessarily. What do you mean by involve?
Dreams involve dragons, right?
One of you mentioned that dragons was a common theme.
Well,
Maybe
and every
maybe it would be helpful if we all shared the details of the dreams that we did have. Maybe there are
Uh,
other common threads.
I saw my wife, but it wasn't my wife. But it was close.
I I don't remember
And
exact. Go ahead. Sorry.
hold on. There's one important detail. On the altar that she was lying on, there was a dragon carved. Color I can't remember.
Okay.
But there was no dragon, a physical dragon in the
Hmm.
dream, and the dragon was not the source of the fear. In fact, it was something that I barely noticed. Well, I noticed it, but it wasn't important. What was important was my wife.
If the dragon wasn't the source of fear, then what was?
You're asking me what I was afraid of?
Only in the interest of finding a solution to this. I understand it's too much, and if you don't want to share, I understand.
No, it's fine. What I'm afraid of is that when I bring her back, she won't be complete. Or she won't be the same. Not like the way she was before.
And is that what you saw in your dream?
In a way, in a visceral, physical, frightening way. But I knew that what the nightmare was really trying to tell me was deeper than just that. I believe what I saw was a metaphor, but maybe I'm looking too much into it.
Um. Yeah, I saw old friends turning their back on me. Is what being disappointed, turning their back on me. If I'm not mistaken, I don't remember exactly, but a little fuzzy. But um.
Only a being that truly knew me in a way that perhaps only my closest friends do would be able to know that a dream like that would affect me in the way that it did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, curses can come in all sorts of power levels, and the more powerful ones can take on almost a will of their own. The creator of the nightmares that you experience doesn't have to know your fear. They just have to put that idea inside of you, and your own mind will fill in the pieces. But if we can find out the similarities between dreams that might lead us to what or who invoked this curse.
Is there anybody locally that's real into fear? Because it's obviously extremely into fear.
I'd go into the nightmare as many times as necessary.
There are also other dreamers who have not shared, if they are comfortable with doing so.
Well, that's the only way that we can find more similarities. I suggest that everyone subject themselves.
Yeah, I'm happy to dream again.
I meant, right now, there are people who have experience that we could,
Yeah.
they could speak on their dreams.
Indeed.
I'll go. In my dream, I was surrounded by my fellow dragonkin, fighting, slaughtering each other on top of an active volcano as the one who trained me to be a ruthless, mindless monster. My trainer, Prue, tossing my best friend into the lava below, and I couldn't do anything to stop it.
Hmm. I'm sorry you had to go through with that, experiencing that.
I appreciate it. It never gets easier.
Yeah. Anybody else?
I, uh, I have not experienced these dreams, so I cannot share, even if I wanted to.
Well, we may ask that you take the take the dip at some
You
point.
may ask.
But for now, I think, is that everybody that we got?
Perhaps everyone who wishes to speak to it.
Okay. I'm happy to go take another nap to be properly sure of what the fuck I saw. So, we want to take turns trying to take naps. I've got some sleepy. I've got plenty of. I'm plenty rested, so I could take. I'm not gonna like lose my mind from sleeping.
So, Croven, is it the same dream every time?
As far as I can tell, it's identical. Though I've only really experimented 3 times, I'm not sure if there's some sort of key, for example, to unlock more of the dream or a different dream, or if it's always the same, no matter what.
I
Uh,
I wonder if
I,
like there's some way to interact with the dream, like you said. I've heard
that
um, people talk about a concept known as lucid dreaming. Don't know if that's something any of you are familiar with, but
Have
Certainly
I
not.
heard of it?
that
I don't even know what kind of check you would make for that. Make a straight intelligence check, Sir Coven.
You got it. Toyota.
Um,
Let's fucking go.
Taylor, are you familiar with it?
Yes.
Yeah. So I can give any details you want, but just like anything Taylor would know, I think Sir Coven would be familiar with, and then some.
me too. I
Okay.
have a master's in it. Hooray.
Um, well, Sorkoven, at the mentioning of lucid dreaming, is, brow furrowed with thought and maybe some sweat around the temples. some anxiety over the idea. But you can tell that he's intrigued at the idea. Anybody who's paying attention.
How I'm Natalie does not know. How might one do this thing? What is this thing? I would be interested in trying to
It's
control
like
the.
it's like dreaming awake. You
I
can
feel like I'm
exert
awake. Oh, okay, go ahead.
you can exert some control over the dream, and perhaps the more adept at it you become, the more that you can control. Um, if you've never done it before, it can be difficult, and even the realization that you're dreaming itself can cause you to awaken. It's sort of like balancing on the cusp between being awake and being asleep and dreaming, which I guess dreaming is a sort of active sleep in and of itself. But though I am no master of it myself, it is what I believe a window to the subconscious realm. And exerting control over the dream could be, just as Katha has stated, it could be a way for us to learn more about the creator of the nightmare.
I mean, my knowledge of these sorts of magic is limited, but not only would I feel like not only would lucid dreaming give you some kind of more insight into what's going on, but might even get you into contact with the source of this curse directly. I'm not sure what that might be like, but might be a way to solve this. Might be a terribly dangerous idea.
Could I make a humble suggestion? I have not,
Certainly.
I have not experienced this dream, so, and I would also like to give another caveat. Um, what I'm about to suggest may be difficult, depending on the contents of perhaps your nightmare, but one of the things that they taught us in battle, where I come from, is that fear only has as much power as you provide it, right? So perhaps a way to lucid dream in this situation would be to face our fears.
Sure, but easier. Like, okay, but in what sense? Like, I have.
Well, it that I think is up to the person who is dreaming, but let's say for example, if I were afraid of heights, which I certainly am not, living in mountains, and I was at the edge of a cliff, I would jump.
Uh, sure. I don't see particularly a way for me to enact such a direct defiance of my fears in a dream, but I'm certainly willing to consider it. Um,
Don't forget that it is inside your mind, and you might have power to change things to make it to your advantage.
sure. That's the whole. That's my understanding. What lucid, if I'm not mistaken, what lucid dreaming is. That is the hope.
Sort of.
But certainly, I mean, like, do we want to? Do you want to try that? Does anyone want to try that? Again, I think the next step is to take some naps and see what we figure out that way. No, like nothing like actual interaction to test, you know?
If I can gain awareness in the dream, I may be able to directly attack the creature with the magic that we were using to protect people outside inside.
That seems like an extremely effective solution to the problem we have. Does anyone have a better idea? Because that seems like the best idea.
Well, I think that is the only idea, but the way we go about it might be different for each of us. Just instead of magic, you know, other offensive tactics.
Am I gonna pull the am I gonna have to pull the trigger to make this go, or
No one is pushing you. Any of us can do it. There's
yeah?
no
But
rush here. We can decide.
Let me try this first.
okay, excellent.
I'll just start sitting next to a tree with Mozilla in my lap, like trying to like imprint the the idea of how thing like the order of how the events happened, like just holding onto my arm. And I'm
Hold
gonna
on, DiCaprio, before you slip into unconsciousness, Leonardo. Um, at what point would you like to be woken up if things do not go your way?
if we
If at
remember
all.
what happened last time, I'll just wake up and slap the nearest person.
Okay,
So
that will be me.
It's a good
Alrighty. I'll bring it a whisper.
solution to to problems.
Hey,
yeah, so like to go over it in more detail, like my idea is I'm trying to use my arm as a way to notice the paradox of the order of operations has happened. So
Mhm.
like if in the dream I still have my wooden arm before the bear attack, like that would kind of try and jostle me into lucidness a bit.
okay. Alrighty. So one sec. So what? Um, so you're thinking about like your arm and the bear attack and that whole situation as you fall asleep?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Uh, sorry. One sec. Lost my notes. Okay. You're alone, surrounded by dense trees with only a few clear passages. You hear a low growl of a bear behind you as you start to sweat in fear. You're running, trying to get away, trying to find your friends. You keep making turns through different passages created by this maze of trees. Surely your friends are just around the next corner. But as you turn, you see another bear ahead of you, blocking the path. There's nowhere to run. You lift your arms to channel a powerful fireball, and then you notice that your arm is the vine arm, not your natural arm. And then you're kind of confused, like, wait, why is the bear attacking me if I've already lost my arm? What do you do? So there's
Um.
a bear maybe 20 feet behind you, and or sorry, you're in like a passageway. There's bears on either side of you, about 20 feet away, and you're trying to like knock away a tree to make a new path that you can get away from them.
And I want to cast protection from evil and good on myself here in the dream.
Okay. So can you put that in the chat? That spell?
Yeah, trying not to do without. Oh, let's do that. And then...
Oh, and this would not cost you a spell slot.
Okay.
Well, not in. Yeah. Um. Okay, so suddenly you feel the sense of fear and all the terror that was overcoming you kind of fade away, but you're still in this situation. And you just hear this voice echoing all around you from seemingly no source. Seems we have a fight here. This ought to be fun. Um,
Uh,
what's up?
I'm gonna wait till. Wasn't like in the last time. This is just me, but wasn't like the last time there ended up being one bear at the end, or am I remembering that wrong?
Yeah, so in the dream from before, you knocked down uh you knocked down some of the trees with the fireball, and that blocked off one of the bears, but then the other bear still caught up to
Oh,
you.
okay. I wanna recreate that now and keep going until the other bear gets closer.
Okay. Uh,
If I remember right, near the end, the face of the bear changed into that like of a dragon, right?
yeah. So you channel a powerful fireball, launching it at the bear. As you do so, the trees around you erupt in flame. The burning, smoky air scorches your lungs. There's a loud crack as a tree in front of you crashes to the ground, blocking your path forward. Now you must find a way past the burning log or backtrack. Just as you turn around, the bear that had been chasing you lunges down, um, and you see strangely reptilian eyes in its furry face as it
Right there,
snarls.
right when I see the change, I want to cast Dispel Magic on the creature.
Okay, so as you do so, the bear freezes in place for a second, and then its fur begins twisting and falling off as it grows in size. And you see something that I am going to drop in chat in a second. Where is Hold on, it might take me a minute to find this image. I don't think I can send it just to you in Foundry, but I think I have it on my right here. There we go. Into this massive draconic form with a fiery red mane, a black hide, and wisp of energy floating all around it. And he says, and it just snarls at you, smiling, saying, "You've only made things worse for yourself. Now you see what true fear is. Oh, you're going to be so delicious. The longer you suffer, the more terrified you will become." All right, give me 1 second. So the one of the trees next to you warps and twists into this like black ooze that slams at you. And you you take some damage. And you feel yourself slipping from the dream, and as you do so, the dragon says once more, "The next time I see you, your fear is going to taste even better." And you wake
Uh,
up.
I was gonna do something right before.
What were you
I
going
was gonna I was gonna try and blast the physical form of like the actual dragon with a fireball.
All right, I'll say that you started to cast that spell, but weren't able to get it off in time as it woke
Okay.
you up. Hey,
In his world, the best person to do this. Sorry, I'm
okay.
distracted. Is the rich man who has unreasonable money. He's just always right and beating the shit out of a bunch of poor people because they're illegal because they're doing illegal shit.
Well, he not to. I don't want to argue and have a nerd argument with you, but he does try to like spend exorbitant amount of money on charity, and for whatever reason, in DC's world, it
That doesn't make a
does a
difference.
little bit, but it doesn't
That's what I'm saying.
solve the problem.
My problem is not with him specifically. It's the world that says that he is the hero. Someone
Oh,
who you know what I'm saying that philanthropy doesn't work. What really does work is going out and beating the shit out of poor people. That's the solution to crime and bad things. No,
That's how
no.
I do it.
But no, I like in many ways they do better jobs with because of that, like the inherent complexity of Batman. People try and do better than that with him. So he does cool. They do actually do interesting things with him. He just also happens to have
Yeah, all right. So Lilavati is going to sleep. What are the rest of you doing as she goes to sleep?
I'm just chilling, like taking, keeping a lookout, being afraid of
I would
bad
also
juju.
be keeping a lookout.
I'm just gonna use my divine sense just to be able to see the aura and shit, and
Okay.
even sort of against Lilavati's wishes. Hear me out, Lilavati, unconsciously. If um, if it looks like it's way worse than it was before, like if she's like having like a fucking panic attack or like something like that, then I am gonna step in.
So you see the kind of dark aura begin to surround her as she drifts off to sleep that you saw before. A few minutes into it, however, the aura suddenly kind of like expands away from her to where it's like not next to her anymore, but like around her, further away. And then it starts growing more and more intense as it closes back in on her. And it's sort of like
And
going in and out in a sense of it's almost like struggling to get at her. What do you do?
it looks like it's struggling to get at her.
Like it's
Does she look any worse?
oh she's like kind of sweating, tossing and turning, seems very she like
Is it the same or
um
different than before?
worse
She's
than
got
before.
this.
Okay.
And the aura is fighting, but also much stronger than it was before. Before it was kind of like just there, kind of passively around the target, but now it's like intense, but also there's like a frenetic activity to it.
I will ready a fuck one of I forget which one I have prepared right now. Either dispel or protection from. I can't remember which one, but one of them when I find it. But I'm not gonna do anything quite yet.
Okay. Um, Suddenly the aura gets really intense and goes very close to her, like hugging her body. You have like a split second. What do you do?
Ah, no, she's got it. I trust her.
The aura suddenly vanishes as Lilavati wakes up, extends her hand, and you see her launch a fireball out that goes and crashes into a tree. It explodes and the tree falls down. Lilavati, you are awake, terrified, sweating.
I slam my hand against the tree. I'm like, damn it. Thing's a coward.
Oh, that's
What?
good.
What happened? Tell us. Tell us everything.
I got to see what it actually looks like, but I lost control of the dream. I woke up. And I'll give a verbal description of that god awful image you sent me.
Give a verbal description of it.
Okay, let me actually look at it. Yeah, it is. It's a dragon, but it's it's black and it has like this wispy dark energy around it with like blood red manes of fire around its back and its neck. It it's it wouldn't exactly describe it as an average dragon, but its true form did appear to be one.
So we are
Does
dealing with some
does that
kind of dragon, but go ahead.
does that sound like the our original hypothesis that it is? I forget the name of the creature. Like a nightmare
Bloodstar
dragon?
or the night?
No.
Yeah.
Sir Coven had mentioned like 5 sessions ago a nightmare dragon. Um, it was a thing that he had only heard about in stories and legends. He had no specific description or anything like that to go by. Um, but yeah.
Or does this not to typecast you or anything, but you are sort of our resident expert on dragons.
Um, how much would I know, if anything?
History check with advantage. So yeah, so you're very familiar with the metallic and chromatic dragons. You've met several of various colors. Red,
Mm.
black, blue, green, white, chromatic, and then gold, silver, bronze, um, copper, and what's the other one? One other one. I can't remember right now. For metallic dragons. Although Lilvati described this dragon as black, it definitely doesn't match the description of a typical black dragon. So it
Mm.
seems to be something else, like not like one of the typical 10 types of dragons. I mean, the world is vast and there are many wondrous things to see in it. So you have no particular reason to believe there are only 10 types of dragons. But what this one is,
I
it's not one of those and one you're familiar with.
Can I just bring up the fact that since protection from evil and good does appear to work against this thing, it's most likely not draconic. It's one of the types of creatures the spell protects against.
Or a mix of things, because you can have a extra plane or draconic thing.
Can you?
I assume other planes have dragons in them. Hey, our friend here. Does your plane have dragons from it?
There's
Hey,
one dragon I've encountered in the Shadowfell. Not a native that plane, and not one like the one
okay,
that's been described. Um,
okay. So maybe not. My assumption is that dragons have it. My assumption is that we have cats here. The Shadowfell is something like cats, you know?
the
Could be wrong.
but you mentioned, but thinking about different planes, the description that Lilivati provided, reminds me of dragons, but also of something that might be from. Actually, let me double check my lore here. Don't want to say anything incorrect. Um, Come on. Something that might be from the liminality, the plane between the planes.
Okay.
This this place is a vast emptiness with strange creatures. Um, Traversing it is difficult without powerful magic or technology, and it is a conduit for the passage of time and souls. Some scholars have said that when we dream, our minds tiptoe into this realm. Maybe this dragon is a native of that place.
I also wonder what the fuck it wants.
Of what place?
I know what it wants. It wants to feed. It feeds on fear.
Hmm.
Hmm.
That seems reasonably obvious in retrospect.
This
What else?
creature is different from more common dragons, but I wonder if it has some qualities in common with them still besides appearance.
I am wondering why it seems to be placing images of dragons into our dreams.
In my in my case, it wasn't exactly an image, but facets of its own being that it can't escape but putting in there.
Mm-mm-mm.
It might not be doing it by choice.
Yeah, just it is a dragonish thing, so it has to have dragon things going on in its stories. It has to hide in the dream. So if you poke the the dream dragon, you might get to poke the real.
So what happened with me? Well, Chris, do I remember like everything that happened?
Yeah.
Okay. So once I realized that there was something wrong with my dream, I cast protection from evil and good, and I was able to calm down enough to see what's going on. My dream was about the worst day of my life, being attacked by that bear. But when the bear went in on me, I noticed it had reptilian eyes, and that's when I knew that's the creature. And so
Okay.
I tried to dispel magic on it. That's when his true form appeared.
Okay. That adds up. That makes a certain kind of sense.
Oh, and Lilvati, you don't need to mark off any of the spells that you cast during the dream, but you do need to mark off that fireball at the end.
Dang it.
And do you mind if I ask what the nature of the struggle was?
You mean?
Was there some sort of conflict, or from
It
the outside
was.
it appeared to be some sort of mental
I.
battle?
It was. Do you remember what I told you in Kinatra? It was basically that, but the creature decided to make it worse.
Well, from the outside, it appeared to want to fight you, for lack of a better term, hard, um, but was struggling to do so.
That may have been when I cast one of my spells to alter the nature of the engagement.
Dragons do enjoy to play with their prey. At least the one that I've met does. And she kind of shudders.
This appeared to be more than just play, though. It was struggling, it seemed. But I was only looking at an aura, so I guess I have limited insight into its true intentions.
Chris, with this new information, can I go over what the creature was saying and kind of see if any of that was just bravado?
Make a insight check.
Also, me as a player might have interpreted Chris's description in a way that he didn't intend.
Let's see. Okay, let's go to Whisper real quick. Hey.
Hello.
So when you stopped, or when you started casting those spells, and you saw the dragon's true form, it seemed excited. Like it kind of, you got the sense of like it was on the hunt, and the hunt just became more interesting. And you could tell that it was like after your fear. And the fact that you were kind of defying it seemed to make it eager to overcome that defiance to create more fear within you. And you definitely get the sense that like the more fear that you present to it, the more it enjoys its meal, the more it's satisfied with its meal, I guess. It's hard for you to kind of understand what that means, except in that sense. Any other questions about that?
No. This is so esoteric. Hurts my brain.
Might be more afraid of. I don't know.
Problem is I don't have a means to fix what's wrong with her in the dream. Unlike
Well-
you or the Levanti, for example.
Well, you don't know my dream.
Just bashing a foe is not gonna. Yeah, the same problem with me. Mine is much more metaphorical.
You can't fix
Nah.
what's not wrong, Taylor. This is what
I-
it was meant to be.
Oh god, fuck you.
Maybe the problem is you, not the problem.
I need access to healing, not killing. Which you and Levanti have, but I do not.
Ah, I see. I see where you're going.
I mean, this beast is terrifying, and alone in these dreams, I don't know what we can do against it.
There any way to get us all in the same dream?
That's not something I've ever heard of happening, but thinking back to what I said earlier about how sages theorize that our minds go to the liminality when we dream. If this dragon really is a denizen of that realm, and it's pulling our minds into it, maybe there's some way we can trick it into pulling our minds into the same part of the liminality. I'm not. Does that make sense? I just pulling at straws here.
What if we all tried to fall asleep at the same time and had badass watch over us?
Well, we have done something like that. You three fell asleep simultaneously before when I was watching.
What if we tried to think of a common fear we've all experienced?
Or maybe a fear for the party as a group as opposed to a fear that any one of us individually has.
I can think of one. I think we lived it a few days ago.
What was that?
A certain party member perhaps being taken away from us.
Yeah, that one gets me too.
Borrowing him.
Don't like that failure. Feel like I failed him. Didn't really fail him because I didn't know him that well, but I do not like that. So I can get behind that.
Well, this seems of all of you have this common fear, and it's something that I'm not familiar with. Plus, if you are to go to sleep, you'll need someone to keep an eye on you and keep a lookout.
Can I do a like an advantage insight to know how much I trust this person to not fucking?
Yeah.
I don't think they will, but
yeah,
I have some history with them.
Go for it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, of all of the people that you met in the Shadowfell, you trust her the most.
Sweet.
Um,
Yeah. Well, I'm chill with that if you guys are. I mean, this is like two orders of magnitude, two. What is it? Once removed trust, but twice removed trust, whatever. But I trust her.
Are we sure that we could even manipulate the contents of the dream by thinking of a fear?
No.
I've tried that on the second and third attempt, and it didn't have an effect.
But remember what this dragon is after: your fear, and the more concentrated that fear, the
If
more.
we're actually properly upset about it, and it does.
The greater our fear, the greater its meal.
Yeah.
And
it seems possibly effective to me.
So I'm sorry.
the potential fear from 5 individuals, as opposed to the fear of someone by themselves, I think would be more enticing.
Is that what you were actually saying?
Yes.
Not to you. I forgot her name. Sure.
Natalie?
Natalie.
No.
Kai?
Yeah.
Kai. Okay.
We cut her off. She was mid-sentence.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, she was basically just kind of reiterating what Lilvati was saying.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that we are taking advantage of her wisdom while she's here.
Yeah.
All
right, so y'all want to
try and take a nap? I'm down.
And we all just focus on the fear.
The common fear of losing, failing, ruining the life of the ruin of the life of what's his face?
Love.
Yeah.
His face is low.
So
Low is his face.
You get comfortable in this space. You focus on love. You focus on all of the hopes that you had for him and your adventures to come, the great things you had done together, and how Vocastro took all of that away from you with a flick of his hand. You think of Lav's dreams, what Lav wanted to do, and how that's all gone now. You think of the power that Vocastro wields, all the people in his organization, what they're doing here, you're not quite sure, but he has resources and manpower far beyond your own. With this fear focused in your mind, you drift off to sleep. You all hear a deep voice. There it is. Beautiful terror. At its most potent. You won't be going back home. Welcome. Your eyes ache. Your bones are sore. Moving a muscle seems harder than moving a mountain right now. So tired. So very tired. All you want to do is go back to sleep. But something tugs at your consciousness. An urgency. A sense of fear and worry. You almost forgot. You need to do it now. How could you have messed up so badly? It's all your fault. Everyone is looking at you. Every bad dream and nightmare you've ever had rushes over you in a few seconds that feel like days. As this terror washes over you, you find yourself in a massive space. Beneath your feet is an amorphous, inky black structure. There are strange spines, boulders, dripping stalactites, vacuous cavities in the walls, and other unusual shapes that form this nightmarish landscape. Your companions stand nearby, staring at you. What did you do wrong? Wait, no, they seem just as confused as you are. Is this part of the nightmare? Is this real? Or are you still dreaming? That's where we're going to take a 5-minute break.
Wait, I do. But I'm just gonna sound so stupid. I forgot how to unprepare and prepare spells in Foundry.
There's a little
Right click
gear.
on the spell and unprepare, and then right click on another spell to prepare.
Oh, is it actually that simple? Wow. It is. Thank you.
Alrighty. Why do people have effects? So, yeah, I'll give that description one more time. Beneath your feet is an amorphous, inky black structure. There are strange spines, boulders, dripping stalactites, and vacuous cavities in the walls and other unusual shapes that form this nightmarish landscape. Your companions stand nearby, staring at you. Um, the ground beneath you kind of disappears into the distance as there's sort of smoky fog within 20, 30 feet of you. So you can't see very far, but you can tell that you're in a massive space. Up above you is a night sky filled with stars, clouds, nebula, and an eclipsed moon, like in the image. Um, So yeah, this image is basically what you see, except instead of an ocean, it's like a weird kind of spongy texture that you're standing on, and then there's like fog and mists around you, and that's all you can see. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm gonna just. Hmm. Hmm.
I'm gonna instantly cast Protection from Evil and Good.
All right, you do so.
No, I got nothing. I'm gonna hang out.
I will do that also. Well, I'll cast something also, but come back to me.
I summon Mozilla as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mozilla the Firefox?
Yes.
Oh, it's slow. I'm sorry. Took me way too long.
I'm just hanging out as well. Not much else I can do either.
I'm just keeping my wits about me.
Yeah, I'm
making
looking.
sure I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm paying attention to the slightest hint of something else going on.
Make a perception
all
check.
of my good buffs are concentration. No.
Perception, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um.
Liam's dice are weighted, I'm convinced.
No, I'm just rolling really well tonight, which is very good right now.
You're gonna need it. Glancing out into the fog and mist around you, you think you see something that's a slightly different color, more of like a pale reddish color, but like maybe 40 feet from you. And you just barely see it for a second through the mist, and then the mist kind of shifts and you can no longer see it. Something just like flat on the ground of that color.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna point this out to the rest of the party and tell them to keep an eye open for it.
Hmm.
I'm happy to just like walk at it slowly.
All right, so Natalie starts heading into the mist or the area that Core pointed out. Um, is that anyone else following her?
Yes.
I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna be within like 10 feet of someone maximally. I'm not getting that far away.
Yes, let's stick together, please.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
When we heard the voice, did it have a direction to it, or was it just kind of omnipresent?
It was all around you, and you heard it as you were kind of transitioning from falling asleep into this space. It was before you arrived in this area. All right, so following Core's direction, you walk a bit into the fog. After a few minutes of walking, uh, who's leading the way?
Not me.
I'm happy to be leading the way. Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay. Natalie, you feel your foot sink into something soft. In shock, you pull it back and glance downward. And the black floor is a large, fleshy blister that your foot has just broken through. As you stand back, you watch the blister slowly reform itself to be back the way it was. Glancing around, you see several more of these blisters on the ground around you, and then just past them, a solid black wall with a black door in it.
Well, it's been a good campaign, everyone. It's a door. We're fucked.
I've played enough Kingdom Hearts to know where this leads everybody.
As long as there are no candles, we'll be okay.
I haven't played any Kingdom Hearts, so this is news to me.
I'm gonna go. Is there anything like unsafe between me and the door? Like, there's
Nope.
some.
It does not have a handle. It's like more of like it's like a door frame with a door set in it, but it's like completely flat. Other
You can
than
push
like
the door
space
open.
around it.
I'm certainly gonna poke it.
Yeah, it doesn't budge.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Hmm.
Gotta make you try. Shoot your shot.
I wish we had tossed. Something tells me she knows how to pick a lock, but just maybe some intuition.
I mean, there's not a lock or a hole. Like there's the seam around the door, and that's it. And
Yeah,
the wall disappears to like extends to the left and right and up, and like disappears into the fog.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. I'm gonna knock. Hi.
No response.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I tried to peer underneath the door frame to see if I could see anything.
Make a perception check.
How could you?
It's very dark underneath the door. You can't really see beyond it. And
It's
it comes very
actually-
close to the bottom. Oh, a
It's
13?
actually a 13.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, as you get back up though, like you kind of notice there's the weird kind of like blisters in the ground. There's one of them like within maybe a foot or so of the door, off to the side a little bit, and then all the rest of them are within maybe 10 feet or so of the door. And you don't see any of them further beyond that.
Okay, I try to investigate the nearest blister.
How do you investigate it?
I just try to get like physically close to it and see if I can notice anything.
Yeah, I mean it's sort of like a bubble of flesh about 6 to 8 inches diameter, kind of slightly above the ground. And that's all you can tell.
Okay.
And you notice, yeah, like when Natalie stepped on one earlier, like her foot went kind of through it and went like a couple inches below the surface of the floor, and then when she pulled her foot back, it like reformed on itself.
You want to poke them? Question mark.
Absolutely.
All of them at the same time, maybe?
There's
Oh.
3 of them, right?
You look around, you see 8 blisters.
I'm gonna poke one. No, I'm gonna stab one, like a dagger.
You stab one, and as you kind of stab into it, paying a little bit more attention this time, as the blade like kind of pierces the flesh, the whole thing kind of like retracts and pulls back, leaving this like divot in the ground. And then when you pull your blade away, it kind of like reforms back on itself.
Can I like drop something cheap in there?
Like what?
Coin or something? A coin? Piece of copper?
You drop a piece of copper on it, and the copper just kind of lands on top and doesn't seem to like break through.
Okay. I got nothing.
This is a weird question. Does this feel where we are? Does this have the same kind of weird haziness that a dream has, or just feel more like we have changed planes? Not that Takar would know what that's like, but
I would.
Make
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
a. There's a couple different skills you can use to answer that question. So roll whichever one you like, and the answer will be the information you can get from that skill. So like maybe perception, maybe insight, maybe arcana, maybe religion.
oh, one of those is really good for me.
I mean, or other skills, like whatever you think.
I say really good, but no.
Yeah.
How about deception? Can I roll deception?
Nah.
That's a joke.
Yeah, so thinking back to some of your studies, the sky above, this kind of fuzzy starry area, reminds you of things that you have read about the liminality, the plane between planes. Um, but the fact that like you're kind of standing on the surface, there's these things around you. You feel like you're in a specific location, or I mean, it doesn't. The liminality doesn't really have locations per se, but it's some kind of pocket within that dimension. Um, and however, you do have a sense, a lot of the haziness that you feel like dreaming, and so you get the sense that your body is not physically here, but your mind and soul are. Um, in a more tangential sense than a dream, but still not 100%.
So more here than a dream, but not.
We're in the VR world right now.
Yeah.
A domain expansion, if you will, by a curse, a high level curse. If any of you have seen Jujutsu Kaisen,
I have. It's a good bit.
Takara,
Actually. That's a good
yeah, for
idea.
more ways than one. Takara will just attempt to jump and hover, and just see if that works.
Make an acrobatics check.
My specialty.
Speciality.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah! Holy shit!
Takara leaps into the air, and for a moment you feel weightless. You're like, wait, I can fly here. And then you deftly land back on your feet and realize that no, you can't. You're a little bit too corporeal to do anything that you can't naturally do in the real world. Um,
Damn.
in that sort of sense.
I was just testing the limits of our reality. Don't worry about me, friends.
I dig it.
Can I go over and place my hand on the door?
You do so. It
Do I
is
feel it?
cold to the touch.
Can I try and push it?
You make a strength check.
Don't like that. The one bit.
Doesn't budge.
Perhaps we should more of us should try to force this door.
No, I think So how far apart are the scabs? The not the whatever the word you used for them. I didn't.
Blisters. Scabs is also an equally accurate
Similar word,
description.
yeah.
Yeah, it's blisters isn't. But yeah, they're all within. So the farthest is about 10 feet from the door. The closest is a few inches to the door. So all are 10 feet or closer.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying, can I touch two of them at once?
No, they're scattered in such a way to where they're like 4 feet apart for the most
Okay,
part.
I'm gonna start stepping on each of them.
I could do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say you probably have two people that are taller than I am because I'm like, I fucking love how fucking dinky halflings are. I am immensely small. Uh,
Could it be an order that we have to do this in? If that is at all relevant?
well, I'm gonna just start. I'm gonna just see all. I'm gonna go from one to one and just see if there's anything in specific special about any of them.
Yeah, Natalie goes through and pierces each of the blisters. Each one reforms afterwards, and you go through all 8, and they all kind of act the same way.
Sweet. I don't know how we're gonna get an order. Is there any difference between them?
Distance from door.
Um, Make a perception check, Natalie. Or investigation, actually. Yeah, that should be investigation.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good rolls.
As you're going through, you kind of go through like one at a time, clearing out, and like when you get through the 2, like you do one that's like really close, kind of that 4 feet to the next one, and when you do that one, you notice that you pierce one, and then you pierce the second one, while the first one is still kind of pierced and broken and hasn't reformed yet, and that one doesn't reform until the second one reforms, and they both reform at the same time.
Okay, so we just pick make a daisy chain. 2 of us go through poking them, and that see what happens. Like, does that? Can we get a third one going?
As you do that, you go for a third one, and the first one takes a little bit longer to reform, but does reform, and then the second one matches it up with the third one.
How many expendable daggers do we have?
No, I have to. If I drop the dagger in, will it
Stay in the ground?
stay down?
Do you tell me specifically how you try that?
I'm gonna stick the dagger in and then let go of it.
Okay, so you stick the dagger in, and the blister kind of pulls away, and the dagger kind of falls into that like small little cavity, and then a few seconds later, the blister reforms over the dagger.
Okay, then can I go to put another like something else in there and check if that has if I can get my dagger back?
Yeah,
Make sure
you break it again, and your dagger is still inside, and you can pull the dagger out.
Needs continuous human touch or brain touch. I don't know what you want to call any of that, but
I'm gonna have Mozilla just shoot a fire seed at the farthest one to see if that does anything different than just piercing it.
The fire seed breaks the blister, and then the blister reforms, just as before.
Have we tried popping them all at the same time before any one of them has gotten a chance to reform?
that was
Not
the
yet.
next step. That was my next thought, but it makes me nervous a little bit. But it's fine.
I think Cora and I can probably reach 2 at the same time, and that if you count Mozilla, that could be 8.
Yep.
Sounds good.
So yeah, we can. I mean, like we can also just rush it. Rushing it is a strategy that exists in this context. So
I'm making an assumption here, Chris, that I could reach 2 at a time. I mean, I'm assuming
Yeah.
that-
I mean, you
Yeah.
can kind of like lean over and get 2 of them.
So can we like so I can get 2 going just by okay, actually here's a question. If 2 different people touch one and then touch another one, what happens?
Like 2 different people touch 2 at the same time? Is that what you're saying?
No, I touch one
Uh-huh.
and then touch another one, and the first one doesn't pop, right? Doesn't come back. Or whatever.
Right.
Sorry. What happens if and then we let go of that one? So like have 2 held the so 2 person A and B. We have A, B, and we touch two. Get two different people to touch two, and then two
Mhm.
different people to touch a second, a third, and a fourth. And then let go of 1 and 2. What happens?
Um, the all four come up at the same time.
Okay.
If I
let
understand
us
what
do
you're saying
the
correctly.
Let's
let's
get
do
all
the
of them.
8 at the
Yeah.
all at the same
Get them
time.
all at
Okay, so Core and Takara get 2 each, and then Lilavati, Sarkovan, and Natalie each break 1, and then that leaves 1 more.
Mozilla takes the last one.
Okay, so all at the same time, each of you kind of break one of the blisters, and at that, you break them all, and then stand back and watch for a few seconds, and they do not reform. And you kind of glance around and you see that the door is gone, and in its space is an open door frame with an inky black void beyond.
Sweet. We unlock the Shadow Realm.
Well, I'm very happy that we did this. I have a question. Are we sure we want to go through the portal that we opened by stabbing fleshy floor blisters?
I mean, but can we? Do we have other options? Can we go? You want to do a little circle? Look, see what else we can do here, because I'm not seeing
I'm
us.
I'm not so much saying that we should do something else, so much as I'm just saying that I'm just reflecting on the possible consequences of what might happen when we go through the door, knowing that we kind of have to.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm not super happy that we're in the bad dream place having a bad dream time, and also might die for it.
Do we have any pre-raid buffs that we can pop off before we go through the?
Oh fuck! How
I
long does?
I could. I have a question for party. Another question, more serious question this time. Would we prefer buff on us or debuff if possible bad?
I don't know. That's hard for me. I'm never.
As a player, I personally think Bane against a boss is good shit, and I kind of favor that over Bless. But
Yeah, I can
I
do
can
that.
I can do either, but not both because they're
Is
concentration.
Bless single target?
No, okay, that's the thing. It is not. Neither of them are. Um, I think it's 3.
The other point of consideration is that Bane requires an enemy to fail a saving throw. Bless always works. But
That's true. That's true.
they're both pretty good.
The only reason I usually prefer Bane is because I mean, obviously in my limited experience, it's it's really nice when the boss doesn't hit anything, um, and we
Feels
can
good.
still, yeah,
Well, do
we
you
can
know
still
who
hit.
else can cast
Yeah.
Bane?
Can you cast Bane?
Sorkoven.
Oh my god! Can you cast Bless?
No.
I
Okay.
could if I bothered taking it, but I'm not a.
Then,
I like information more than I like buffs.
well then, this is good because Takara more likely to get hit in combat, probably.
However, I don't know if I want to use concentration on this.
That's true.
I have other spells that I think might be worth it more. We could plan it such that I pop off my big spells first and then cast Bane, which still leaves you available to cast Bless. I have 4 first level spell slots, 3 third level, and also 3 second level.
Yeah, I have a. Yeah, I'm gonna pop off things immediately when we fight, but I hit all my shit last minute.
This is also assuming that a fight is beyond that door as opposed to another puzzle.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to.
Well,
Minute
yeah,
long buffs. I don't think are worth doing.
we should probably wait till we're in sight of something, but like right when we see something,
Okay.
So I will go with Bless, you go with Bane.
Sounds good.
But if if not, hold on. Let me consult my vast knowledge of my magical abilities. I'm gonna read my sheet.
I'm gonna prepare a Bane for if I see what I believe to be the nightmare creator.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I'm not compared. I'm gonna pop guidance. I'm gonna spam guidance on myself. Oh no, yeah, spam guidance. Oh yeah, can I spam guidance for perception checks here,
Sure.
Chris? Okay. So just assume, or I don't know, what's the, because like that's not passive. That's kind of like having a different passive perception, which is weird, but whatever.
I just remembered I have something else too. Okay, so I also have heroism, which will protect someone against being frightened, and that might come in handy. But is that better than a bless? Is the question.
Oh god, yeah, frightened. I'm gonna guess that frightening's gonna come in. How long do these things spells last is important.
Both a minute, so I'd
Okay.
have to wait until like combat started or was about to start. But
We've been in here for 10 minutes, Chris.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
probably.
Time is so weird.
oh, you know what? Hold on. I
Where?
saying it out loud, I've realized. I I also have the aura of protection, which will give anyone plus some stuff on
What's your
saving
charisma bonus?
throws
What's your
plus
charisma
4.
bonus? Oh yeah,
Um,
that's the good stuff.
so maybe a bless plus an aura of protection would be the best route to go
Oh
instead of
yeah, also don't leave the little bubble of 5 feet. Is it 5 or 10 feet around you?
it's
10.
10.
10 feet is
Uh,
magical paladin bubble of love and affection.
It's I'm assuming not everyone will be able to stay within that all the time, but it'll help anyone who is.
Yeah, it is absolutely incredible spell. An absolutely incredible spell.
so y'all going through the door?
Yeah, yep, that's my plan.
All right.
Mhm.
As you head through the store, the mist and fog grows closer around you, everything growing dark, but you press on. All right, give me a sec. I should have prepared this while you were planning, but too bad. As you press on, the ground beneath your feet becomes tough, rocky, and uneven. You have to watch your step to avoid tripping on long, deep cracks in the stone. You spot some of these cracks bubbling with burning lava. You see a blood splatter on the ground, a rusted sword, a shield broken in two. Then you hear the shout of a deep voice in the distance, followed by a masculine scream. The shouting and screaming continues, growing louder as more voices reach your ear. Soon the voices are joined by the sound of metal on metal, the scent of fresh sweat and blood, and the sticky heat filling the air. Before you know it, you are surrounded by a massive battle on a fiery hellscape. Dragonborn with scales of red and bronze and copper and silver are locked in terrible combat. Arrows fly over your head as you watch these Dragonborn murder each other with reckless abandon. But up ahead, a red and black scaled Dragonborn stands on a large rock protrusion, nearly 50 feet high. In one hand, he grips a massive greatsword, and in his other hand, he holds a brass scaled female Dragonborn by the neck, dangling her off the edge of the rock. Below her kicking feet is a massive pool of lava. The red and black scaled Dragonborn stares dagger at Kor as he speaks. Kor, my favorite fighter. I had high hopes for you. But to abandon the glory of the Crucible to try to save the Dragonborn? What makes you think you can do that? All you know is combat. You are good for nothing but killing and destroying. It is all that our kind is good for, but it is all we need. Watch how your weapons sing against your enemies. Several of the Red Dragonborn begin approaching you. It's time to roll initiative.
Gee. Oh, I was like, this isn't so bad. I don't even see any enemies, and then I scrolled out.
Alright, hold on.
How assertive.
You can just take Mozilla off the initiative.
Alrighty. Okay. Well, Avati, you're up first.
I'm very confused as to what's going on. So I'm just going to hold my action to cast a Produce Flame at any Dragonborn that try to get close to us and attack us. And can I instruct Mozilla to do the same thing?
Yeah, that's fine. Do you have that end turn button?
Yeah.
Alrighty, Natalie, you're up.
Wait. What? I thought I was way lower on the
Wait.
turn order.
Oh, it might.
I'm wrong. That's fine. I'll figure it out. Sorry. I maybe it was from last time or something.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm going to pop. Can I insight how likely these things are going to hit me?
sure.
Can and also like how existential they are? Like, are they? Well, whatever. I'm gonna just get the lay of the land. My impression is that they're like all bloodlusted and shit, but 12 is
Um,
good.
yeah, all of these Dragonborn seem to be in reckless, wild rampage, doing nothing but thinking about killing. But the one up on the rocky outcropping seems to have a bit more intelligence to his eyes, and he's dangling that brass female Dragonborn over the lava, who is not happy about her position.
I don't have good saving tools here. Like Revivify is awkward. Oh, that's something.
That's good to hear.
I'm gonna have a scoot see over a little defensively, but over here. Oh no, I lied.
Yeah.
Wait, there are two of me. That's what's wrong.
Oh, there are.
Well, there's me, and then
Oh,
there's whatever that is.
that's where you started your turn, or that's where
Oh,
you
okay,
were
okay,
at
okay.
the start of this turn.
To go for my start of turn.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Where's the Pally? What does Pally look like?
Do you see the aura around her token?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll get a little closer to the token, and then to that. Actually, on the side, and then just yeah, I'll toll the dead the first thing that's hurt. The first thing my friend hurts.
Okay.
My friend's hurt.
Is that your turn?
Yeah. That's all
Do
I've
you,
got.
do you have the end turn button at the top?
I do not see an end turn.
Or it might be in
Yeah, I
the.
found it.
Cool. All right. Couple of these Dragonborn and kobolds start walking in this direction, and one of them shouts out, "Hey, it's Core! He ran away from the alloys. Traitor, we gotta kill him." Um, they have and a There's a brass-scaled kobold there. The range on this. He has a sling that he kind of winds up and throws a little rock at Takara.
Bring it, bitch.
But misses.
Says Takara in character.
Was anyone holding something that would be triggered by an attack?
On
Not
us,
in
no.
range.
Okay. And then several of these others move up and kind of engage with the guys up here. I'm not going to do all those rolls. Sarkovan, you're up.
Oh, whoops.
I cast hypnotize hypnotic pattern. I think I can get almost everybody except for the person on the far right. So I slap it on there. I pull out the Dirge Crafter and play a melody that sort of, like, at first it sounds normal, but the more you try to listen to it, the weirder it becomes, like it's being played backwards.
Okay. And just to clarify real quick, like these Dragonborn are the nearest to you, but like behind you and to your left, and like there's hundreds of Dragonborn all kind of in the distance. These just seem to be the ones that are kind of focused on you in the situation right now. Just as a reminder.
Am I not picking up on something?
No. He's just making.
I mean, you can hypnotize all these guys. There's still plenty others.
Okay.
That's all I'm trying to say.
Sure.
All right.
I do that, and I, as a bonus action, play a couple of notes and what's going on?
I gotta mark the ones that failed with the thing, but you continue.
Oh, okay. It's sort of like this melodic poetry about how Takara summoned Freyja, got the power to control Freyja, sent it out to scout the forest to find the source of this nightmare, this darkness, and where it led us. And now she has a dank bardic inspiration.
Boop, boop.
Nice.
Thank you.
Oh, and I end my turn.
Alrighty, Takara, you're up.
Okay.
You are inspired, and a rock was just flung at you.
Takara will cast plug-in computer because almost dead. Just noticed. Okay. And then I will cast bless. Sorry, I should have thought about this before. Myself, core. Is anyone else likely to make attack rolls more often than not?
I will I will make an attack roll every turn if this fight becomes real.
Self-core
now. Spell attack rolls, but attack rolls.
I don't. Takara does not remember Lilavati or Sarkovan really ever missing. So.
Yeah, my spell attacks are fine. They're not like writing home about.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna put it in chat. So myself, Core, and Natalie, whenever making attack rolls or saving throws, add a d4. And for saving throws, that's plus an additional d4 if you're in my aura. Or plus additional 4, not a d4.
Yourself, Core, and Natalie.
Yes.
Cool.
And then let's see, bonus action. I'm not gonna do bonus action quite yet, but I will say to Core. Core, if you're up for it, this might be a prime sword and shield combo time. I understand you may be conflicted, but you know, there it is. Okay, good luck. And that's it.
All right. Oh, this guy already moved up on his turn. Well, he's gonna dash because he didn't use an action last turn. And then the soldiers are up. Although a bunch of them are charmed. They're gonna start waking each other up. Well, the ones that can. Core, you're up.
Okay. Oh god, what do I want to do? I look at Takara and I say, "Sounds like a plan. Just get me to crew." And what do I do here? So, I'm seeing a mixture of both alloy soldiers and Runthal soldiers as well,
Yes.
and they're fighting each other.
Yes.
Okay. And the guy who called me a traitor, not crew, but the other, that was a Runthal.
No, that was one of the allies.
Oh, that was who called me a traitor.
Yeah.
Oh.
You get the sense that everybody here wants to kill you.
Okay.
It's a bad dream.
Yeah.
Nightmare.
Everybody hates
Makes
your
sense.
guts.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Is it a nightmare?
Gotcha.
Or is it real?
Including me, stab.
Or in the Nightmare Gauntlet.
This isn't Adam. It's not real.
Or is it? No. Okay. Yep. I say, help me deal with these guys and get me to crew.
Who the hell is crew?
I just point my saber to the big guy and say, "Who the hell do you think?"
I know because of the initiative order chart, but you know, the card doesn't know.
Well, but yeah, there's context clues we can try and use.
No.
Like the point.
The big black and red guy. Big old dragonborn meaty face. Kind of
Alright, I get it. Good.
a big piece of shit
Right.
that I possibly know.
Context
Chancellor
clue achieved.
Forgo is a gigantic vagina.
What was that guy's real name from Joe's campaign? I don't remember.
Chancellor Forlo?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
Anybody with the title Chancellor is usually
Suspect.
massive.
Sus.
Okay. I am just going to let's see. How far does my shield do the thing? 20 feet. Okay. Let me do some measuring. I also don't want to be next to literally everyone. So.
Yeah.
Because that's gonna kill me dead. What do you say? 1 by 1 or?
If we're not getting at least 2 of a time, what's the point? Get the min max here, you know, Core.
I don't know what that means, anyways.
Me neither. We just came out.
I'd say 1 at a time until there's a lot of them, and then we do the old light 'em up combo. Sound good?
Sounds great to me. Wait, out of character. Your range is 20 feet?
the shield can unleash the blast up to 20 feet in a 20-foot cone.
Oh, our abilities are different. Okay.
Yeah, you charge me, and then I can blast them.
Oh.
Yeah.
In that case, Core, our strategy must change. This is Chris. We would have talked about
Yeah,
this.
oh yeah,
Come
absolutely.
on, right? Come on.
Yeah.
Let us speak.
This
Don't
is
tell us.
this
Okay.
is what your characters do in the 8 hours of walking between Alhadon and the lumber camp or whatever.
Okay,
So
so
here's
So they
here's
were
the
yeah.
fighting 200 Dragonborn,
here's the
hypothetically.
here's the problem I'm having now, Liam. Is
Yeah.
my range 60 feet.
Okay.
But that
Gotcha.
so but that required me to take the aura of protection away from everyone else in order to, which
Okay.
for
I mean,
now doesn't seem like the biggest deal, but
yeah.
in maybe if we fight a big bad dragon of fear, that might be a bigger deal. But I think now
Yeah.
probably okay.
So the exact terminology for the shield is whenever I take lightning damage or a long sword of lightning targets the shield with one of the features, it becomes charged for 10 minutes, and I can unleash as a bonus action a wave of booming energy in a range of 20-foot cone originating from myself. So
That's cool.
yeah,
Okay.
you know the scene from Endgame where Thor strikes the back of Tony Stark and then blasts it at Thanos? It's that
Yes.
basically. You charge me up and then I I boom bitches.
Aye,
You ever
aye,
just
Captain. You
I
ever
can
just what?
hear
Go ahead.
you. Oh no. You ever just say something and then immediately regret it as it comes out of your mouth? That
Liam,
that was
I am
that
still
was
regretting
that.
things I said in first grade.
I mean,
Oh, you and me
yeah.
both. You and me both, buddy. You and me both.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried
Okay.
naming an NPC?
Badaz. Yes.
Our
No.
boy,
That one was intentional. Well, actually,
Okay,
no, it
well, I
wasn't.
like good because I like
our
Badaz.
favorite angelic protector.
Oh yes,
That one.
Railgun Bimbo. How could I forget?
Railgun Bimbo?
Yep.
Yep.
Good.
Chris,
My
good
dwarf
Railgun.
cleric cast Summon Celestial, and I'm like, ooh, let me look up a dwarf name generator. Railgun
Rimbo.
Rimbo.
Rimbo, like that sounds cool. Immediately, Railgun Bimbo, like.
It was so quick. Literally,
He didn't
Chris
have a
said the name
chance.
once. He said it right one time, and then the rest of us just
Ruined it
butchered it.
permanently.
Yeah. Oh, all right. I'm sorry for that diversion.
Okay. So anyway, everyone wants to kill me. Yeah, that's basically it. Everyone wants to kill me. How far away am I for this guy? Okay, I think my range is 30 feet, so screw it. We'll just attack the first guy. I'm gonna get not too close, but close enough. And then that's not.
So as
Oh
you
wait,
start
get away.
walking in that direction,
Mm-hmm.
as you lift your foot to take a step, it feels like your foot is filled with lead. Your movement speed is 5 for this turn,
Oh
or
Jesus.
to
Oh.
clarify, for this encounter,
Ugh.
your movement
Okay.
speed is 5.
What? For everybody? All of us?
No, just for core.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that
Hey,
is
oh god.
that is awful. That is absolute ass.
I
Okay.
hate having pattern recognition skills sometimes.
Yeah.
Wait, is there
Core,
some
what?
other time we lost speed?
Okay. Why do I have a second person? Why do I have a second?
That's the ghost of where you started your turn.
Oh. Okay. Hi, Ghost.
That's
How
the
are you
ghost of you
doing?
past.
Can I think I just go and edit
Uh,
5.
damn it! I'm 35 feet away.
There you go.
And is my range 30 or is it more? Transfers to a lightning bolt forming a line 30 feet wide and extends you within 120 feet. Okay. Dang it, I'm not close enough. I can't do anything yet. Yeah, that's pretty much. I'm gonna prepare to attack this guy, the guy closest to me, this
Mhm.
alloy soldier, if he moves within my range and has intent to kill me or attack
Okay.
me.
Sounds good.
And
Alrighty. Aurora's is going to. Her and crew are struggling at each other. She's trying to escape his grasp, but he's trying to keep her held. Do you have? Oh, nice. Um, yeah. So she has one success. That's their turn. All right. The soldier's gonna wake up this guy. This guy's gonna stab this guy. This guy's gonna go wake up this guy. What about here? Oh, the other ones are kind of moving around, waking each other up.
So based, and did I see Core move like a fucking semi truck in a
Yeah,
pile of mud?
he seems to be struggling.
Can I kind of put some things together and say something?
Yeah.
Core, is this your nightmare?
yes, it
Then
is.
then we should eliminate the source of the fear immediately. Ignore everyone over there. What seems to be the issue is happening up there. That should be our focus right now.
I have a plan. Command commands all things.
What's the range on command?
Well, it's 60 feet, obviously, not sufficient. That's why I was considering moving right at the. If we move towards that hill, I'll command the second I get my grubby little hands on command at command range. I hate that it doesn't show you the length of spell, the distance of the range of spells. Oh, there we go, 60 feet. I found it. Yeah, it's 60 feet.
So yeah, I'm just gonna start moving north.
Chris, just a question about like the layout of the map. Is this like a Pride Rock situation where it's just like this whole battlefield and then there's like one section that's jutting up out of the ground that's raised above everything
Yeah,
else?
basically. Pride Rock is a good image.
So like right here is like that section
that
is
would
way low.
be an athletics check to climb up. Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
I got it.
here.
But
Yeah,
if
you have
we
to get
go
around
this way,
the pool of jerks.
If y'all can see that black line, you would have to like climb up that with an athletics check or teleport or something.
Okay.
I got you.
It's basically like a 20-foot vertical, but it's like porous volcanic rock. So there's lots of handholds, but it's still not easy.
Mhm.
Probably a V8 or a V9.
Man, I could have had a V8.
Honk.
Let's see.
Sorry.
The honk is what got me.
So would it be okay to like go down on this segment?
Yeah, that side is a lot less steep. I'd say don't worry about that side. It's just that one part that I marked off you have to worry about.
Okay. And I kind of go down like here.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself.
Nice.
Yeah. Let me mark that off. And then I'm gonna have Mozilla move by right here, and anyone who wants to teleport can teleport. Like right here.
Teleport where?
Right here, or 5 feet around Mozilla, right here.
I'll teleport. I'll take that teleport.
Everyone except Sir Coven, because he's not in there. I'm focused on getting Core up here as fast as possible.
Again, command does the thing we needed to do, but
I did also. That's not me moving. Silly me.
Takara, are you going?
You can appear in any
Oh, okay.
square around Mozilla. Doesn't have to be same order.
Oh,
Oh,
put me
okay.
put me as far forward as you can get me.
And I will.
Just remember, Jay, command is a single word.
Oh,
Is it one word?
Yes.
the ghost,
Just
of course,
come
fast
is
still
good enough.
there.
Yeah,
Oh.
the ghost goes away whenever turn changes.
Okay.
That word can be interpreted as a few different ways.
Yeah, sure.
I'm trying to move right here, and it's just not letting me for whatever
You
reason.
love jokes. Jokes are
Yeah, I was trying to as well, Chris. I
Wait.
can't move close enough.
I see. Try now. Everyone should be able to
Okay.
move now. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. We're good.
There's a setting that it automatically turns on in combat where you can only move your movement, and you can't move on when it's not your turn. And I don't have a way to disable it. I don't think,
Huh.
because it's part of
Okay.
another module that does do good things. But anyway, everyone's where they want to be.
Mhm.
Cool.
E.
Natalie, it's your turn.
How far am I from this stupid face? 85 minus 25 is 60, right?
Yes.
Cool.
Oh, because you're 25 feet.
Yep. Command. Telling him to come.
Alrighty.
Or
So
sorry, bring. Bring is the word I'm gonna try
okay,
pointing at the
what
person.
is the save?
Good distinction.
I'm gonna just target, and I think I can just get him to do it.
Oh yeah, I can click on him.
So and so succeeds 20.
Okay, yeah. So you shout bring, and he says, "I'll bring your death," and just laughs.
Sure. We have spell slots.
Um, and Aurora just shouts out, "Run! Save yourselves!"
Fuck
Natalie, is
yeah.
that your turn?
That's what I got.
All right, you want to click end turn?
Sorry.
All right.
Can I move 30 feet?
Oh, it's Kobold's turn.
Oh, sheet.
You're up next. Is that right? Yeah. Well, he's gonna throw a swing at Takara. Misses. And then some of the other guys are gonna wake each other up from the charm. And then this guy will get killed. Sir Coven, you're up.
This guy fucking dies.
Try to move here. Inspire core and spark times 3 core.
If the Dragonborn guy dies, does the lady fall to her death?
There's nothing between her and the lava currently.
Sick.
Well, what's the range on lightning spear? Core?
I believe it's. Oh, let me see. Actually, let me look up the item because it is an item in D&D Beyond.
Also, while you're at it, Liam, do you mind just putting the details of your shield in the chat so I can
Sure.
read them?
Yeah. That's cool.
No rush.
Okay. What are you doing? Okay. Should be
Chris, since I broke concentration, the 2 Dragonborn that are still charmed aren't anymore.
Okay. Takara, you're up.
Okay. thought, are we not waiting on
Wait.
something from? No. Okay.
Nope.
Eochora will move. Sorry, friends, in the circle. 5, 10,
I kind of led the happy circle, which is perhaps a mistake, but
15, 20, and I understand attack of opportunity is possible.
Yeah. Swing a scimitar at you. Do any of its other things apply? No.
No?
Miss.
Okay.
It's
Alright.
18 too.
And then beam. Whoops.
Yeah, that'll get both
I
of them.
fucked it up.
Uh,
I mean, I meant to angle it more, but oh shit, I'm fucking it up. Okay. Zakara has just wanted to do this since she got the fucking thing and has not been able to yet, so she's pretty single-minded right now. Core, heads up, and uses a bonus action to shoot a bolt of lightning through these two into Core's shield. I have to fucking.
say a deck save.
Thank you, Kevin. Since I've never used it, I have to look at it real quick. Deck save, yeah.
Alrighty.
There we go.
Okay. The soldier fails, the kobold passes.
Yeah, so let's see. I roll.
Also, 30 feet is the range of the javelin.
The one who failed takes 17, and then 8 to the other one.
Yeah.
That is a cool effect.
Alright. Sorry, how much damage?
17 to the failed, and then 8 to the succeed.
Well, 8 to the one that succeeds, and 17 to the one that fails.
Corpses also
Huzzah.
get yeeted.
5, 10, 20. Well, shit. I expected to also take attack action, but I guess I'll just go back my remaining 10 feet. That was 15. 10 feet. Wait, what the fuck? No, that should have been 10. Anyway, and I feel so bad because I Sarkovan always gives me a bardic inspiration, and I don't usually get to use it, and I want to use it.
well, that's for a long ass time, right?
I think 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah, but if I don't use it, then he can't use it for anyone else.
Yeah, you can.
That's not true.
Can you?
Yeah,
I've already,
Cor-
I already slapped it on Core.
Core's got it too. He
Oh,
just has.
fuck.
Use your eyes.
He's got a limited
Kevin-
number of uses per day, but yeah.
I'm must be thinking of another. Okay, well, fuck. I'll just shout at Core. I finally did it! I've had this sword for so fucking long, and she just continues, just excitedly ranting throughout the end of her turn.
You get a experience point, right? Don't forget to mark that. Keep track of
Yeah.
that. Alrighty. Hey, that witch is messing with the boss. Of course, they don't have quite enough movement and no range attack. So they're gonna dash and surround you.
Surround me, you say? What could possibly go wrong to people who surround me?
Core, you're up.
All right. Let me get that right. How far away am I from these guys?
We're still Leadfoot.
Yes.
Alright, let me make a note right there. There we go. Let's see. That's a cone.
Chris, just so you know, I don't know if there is another way to do this better, but I just put a charge count on the item.
Oh, I think that's what I put it for, because it can hold up to 10 charges, right?
Okay, cool.
Wait, where did you go?
Yeah.
Oh, you're underneath the dude. Hold on. There you go. Did you move on to that? Oh, I have an invisible token you can't see. My bad. Ignore what just happened.
Damn it.
Chris, is there a way I can pull up like a cone shape to see like who would get
Oh,
caught
yeah.
in like a cone shape?
So in the top left, there's a ruler that looks like an L.
Uh-huh.
Click that, and then click the one that looks like a left caret. And then click and drag on the map from like wherever you start the
Okay.
cone.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, so that second button is measurement tools, and then you get all the different shapes from there.
Okay, gotcha. Let me just...
Wait, so I think you have maybe the line selected. There's one that
There we
looks
go.
like an angle. That's the cone template.
Angle. Yeah, no, that's the ruler with that's the L shape, right?
Yeah, and then you gotta press the button right next to the right of it. There you go.
Yeah,
Or wait, a
the
little
thing
left.
that says cone template. Okay.
Yeah, is that what you're
Yep.
doing?
Okay. Gotcha. So let's try this again.
And for future reference, if you're on the measurement controls tab, that allows you to delete templates that you place from that orb via like spells and stuff.
Gotcha. Let's see it. Okay, that. Just trying to map this out real quick. Sorry guys, I just need a second or two. Let me go. Let's click on you, click on you. Okay. So I'm going to use my. I'm gonna take the dash action. Gonna run up.
10 feet?
That. Oh right, because I'm slowed.
Yeah.
Never mind. That changes things. Do I appear to be the only one who's slowed, or does everyone
Yes.
seem slowed?
No, just you.
Just me. Okay, cool. Not cool, but it's cool.
I mean, you feel the same thing that you experienced in the dream that you had before.
Gotcha.
Is...
Because I'm okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I am gonna take the dash action because there's not really much I can do from this distance. So I can stay in the aura and I will end my turn there.
Alrighty. They are going to struggle against each other again. She has 2 successes.
I'm stupid.
Some more soldiers wandering from the other side of the battlefield. Alrighty. Let's. Oh, did I? Oh, okay, I see. This guy's not in. Wait, where is this guy in initiative? Oh, I think I moved a couple people out of turn. That's fine. Set. Will Vati, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna move here. Mozilla's gonna move here. Zilla's gonna teleport. Here. So anyone who wants to come with can come with.
We'll gladly come with.
Anyone?
Anyone who is next to Mozilla.
Can follow Mozilla. Okay, I was
Yeah.
not next to Mozilla, so I cannot come.
Damn it.
So I used 1, 2, 3. So I have 20 feet more. So can I get like here without? Is that the athletic
that's fine.
area?
No, that's fine.
Okay. Okay. And that's my turn. Still
Natalie.
Don't
mean
die,
I will.
Natalie. I'm on the way.
Not that on the way.
I'm trying.
Yeah, we're gonna make these people go away. I don't take it. But can I auto pass this wisdom save? Does it also? I
can
never.
undo the damage.
Don't
Yeah,
forget you are blessed. If that matters.
No, I'm just. I
Oh,
actually don't have-
Sarkovan, it asks you to roll. Can you just roll and then I'll undo it if damage happens? Alright, so
And does it even do the damage when I cast it? I never could tell.
oh, hold on. It's not supposed to, but that's fine.
It'll
Alright,
happen at the beginning of their turn. Call that at the beginning of their turn.
so
Yeah. Because this spell is extremely fair. We're gonna also do this. Let me clean one up for sure. Oh no, I can't cast 2 full spells, right?
Nope.
Okay. Yep. Then that's what I've got doing. That's what I've got going.
end turn.
Thank you.
Sarkovan, you're up.
Honestly, I'm just gonna move. Is this a legal move?
Yeah.
Actually, I guess technically I could move here.
There's your.
Hmm.
I don't know if you can see that black line, but that's kind of the cutoff point.
Ah, it's better.
Wait, did I do that right? Yeah, I did actually. Okay. I think I'm just gonna hold a hideous laughter for when, if I see Commander Cruz Stradat at any point before the end of my next or the beginning of my next turn, if he moves Aurora's off from the edge.
Okay.
And I'm gonna keep my resources up, and I'm gonna end my turn.
Takara, you're up.
Cool. I'm an idiot, by the way. When I couldn't attack last turn, I should have dashed. I don't know why I didn't fucking think of that. But regardless, I will bonus action Misty Step. Right, yeah. Whoa, not that far. Right, yeah.
How far is it?
It's 60 feet.
Okay.
But I
Nice.
did 45, I think. 50. One of those two.
Misty Step is 30 feet.
What?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
but you can move 30 feet and then teleport the remaining 30.
Yeah. Okay. So hold on. Let me just see how much movement I used.
15.
Yes, that would have been 15 feet of movement and then 30 feet
Yeah.
of teleport.
I must have been thinking of my range of the longsword. Anyway, I'm attacking people.
Cool. You are blessed and bardically inspired.
Yeah.
Are you bardically blessed? was thinking there was another option of something inspired, but divinely inspired, I guess is.
Yeah. I didn't mean to roll for advantage. I don't know if that was my doing. I mean, the other
It's
die
still,
still
yeah,
hit.
it's still would have hit. So you're good.
Okay. I'm just gonna make sure I don't. Okay, I see what I did. Gonna just go ahead and use that inspiration. How much is the inspiration die again?
Oh well, you get the D4 from Bless,
Right.
The
but yeah,
inspiration
you're still gonna
D8?
get the inspiration. So I guess you wouldn't do that, but whatever. So now you're at a 10.
I just don't remember what the inspiration die is. What is it?
Taylor.
It's a
1d8.
D8.
Yeah, why not?
1d8 for inspiration.
We'll just go ahead and do that. 14.
14 is our armor class. So roll damage.
Plus 3d8. Oh, no,
No,
no, no. I didn't spark you.
That was Spark, silly goose.
Oh, but you get temporary hit points, right?
Yes, you do. You get 4 temporary hit points, and I gain my 5th level of attachment, which
Oh,
means
nice.
something cool.
No, it means you get a +1 to your spell save and spell attack rolls or something like that.
Let's fucking go.
I'll update that in the code after the session. You just gotta remember it for the remainder of today. So it'll like
Okay.
after today, it'll automatically calculate it.
What am I doing? What am I doing wrong?
It appears you missed.
Fuck it.
Oh, click the damage button. There should be a damage button.
That's what I've been doing.
Oh, it says 6 damage. Sorry, I'll just manually put that in. Okay. Is that your turn?
I'm also gonna move one more movement, just to try to incur fire, and that's it.
Cool.
There.
Oh, whoops! I hit it twice. Oh. All right.
I will.
Sorry, it's the soldier's turn next to Natalie.
Oh, okay.
It's going to. Oh, they get 2 attacks, and they have pack tactics. Fun.
We love pack tactics. Don't love pack tactics.
All right, and then the other one's going to attack. And they both have an ability called Fanatical Advantage that says right here, if it makes a weapon attack with advantage and hits, it deals an extra 2d6 damage. And they both hit, so they both deal an extra 2d6 damage.
Oh, hurt bad. I failed one of the saves.
A +4 wouldn't help on that save, would it?
Not a 3.
Okay.
Yeah, the 3's not going to do it. Does the 14 do it?
Well, you already lost concentration from the first one, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, it's the concentration save.
Yes. No, they're not making you do a saving throw. They just do pain. Corey, you're up.
Badly enough.
Okay. Dash action, 10 feet. Yeah, that's it.
Alrighty, they are gonna make
Gotta make it.
athletics
Slow and
checks.
steady.
She has accumulated 1 failure. Well, Vati, you're up.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Teleport 15 feet. And anyone who in that area can come with us. What? Now, how close are we? Almost.
Can't move my guy for some reason.
Weird. I better give Mozilla a 5-star Uber rating.
Would you say that Mozilla has good drivers?
Oh, do I have?
Let's see. Hey, I'm still invisible, so I'm not going to drop that anytime soon. So in my turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna just cast command on the dude again.
All right, so that is a wisdom save.
I'll make him. I'll make you make it.
Okay.
Oh,
Fucking 15 succeeds. That's what I got. Wait, let me make sure. Can I do something with my trinket? I don't think so, but yeah, nobody's getting mugged, so I'm not gonna. Can I target myself with my trinket thing? The trinket text?
For the eye.
No, yeah, I can. I'm gonna make myself shimmer. I can't get disadvantage on things, or have things can't have advantage on me.
Nice.
That's it. Doesn't do much, but you know.
Um, yes, so you all see Natalie. She kind of looks down at her feet for a second, and then um, a blue light shimmers around her.
Yeah, the weird purple blue light shimmers
That your turn?
about me. That's what I got.
Alrighty.
Please kill the things killing me.
Sir Coven, you're
I
up.
would appreciate
And Sir
that.
Coven, you notice that the three nearest Dragonborn have turned their attention to you.
Yeah, about that. I move 30 feet forward. I still can't move. Sorry.
Okay.
You want me to refresh?
Ping where you're at, and then after your turn you can refresh. Or ping where you want to go. And I'll put you there.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna refresh.
if we die in the dream, do we die in real life?
Only one way to find out.
Almost certainly.
Sorry, Natalie.
Would you say that we are fighting Shradat?
If this is for like a charm spell or something like that, I would say yes. I think like he sees you as his enemy.
Okay, I'm still gonna try it. I'm gonna cast Charm Person. So that means he needs to make a... Oh shit, I should actually target him. My bad, hold on, let me try that.
Alrighty.
I made it.
Okay. I can do it. So it's a wisdom save.
But he makes it an advantage.
Yes. 16 is a DC, so he is not charmed.
Is Sorkoven's spell save +1 now?
It is. So that would be a failure. He's going to use his indomitable ability to reroll that saving throw.
Okay.
And gets a natural 20.
I'm going to replace it with my foretelling roll, which is a 16.
For some reason, when you last left, you had a vision of fighting a black and red dragonborn. Wait,
yeah.
the roll is a 16, right? Of your fortune die?
Shit. Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
Never mind. I don't do that.
Close.
I end my turn.
Alrighty.
That dejected I end my turn.
And the dice.
So close.
All right, so these guys over here are up. Okay, so
I am invisible.
you're invisible. Unfortunately, the Runethul veteran has a fire breath attack. Oh, that didn't work right. Anyway, I need Mozilla, Lilvati, and Core to make deck saves.
Plus a d4 for
Core.
core.
Or
Yes. Yes. Dex save on. Oh,
Plus a
good. My
d4.
favorite. Oh, what do you like? Dex save. Dex save. Dex save.
7 for me,
There we
16.
go.
Lilvati takes 24 fire damage.
I take 12 fire damage.
Mozilla takes 8. Core takes 24.
I would like to cast Absorb Elements.
Oh,
Nice.
Also, would a d4 not matter for core's roll?
hold on.
No.
Okay. Fuck.
Mozilla takes no damage because Mozilla is immune to fire damage.
Nice.
Bing pow.
All right, so you take 12, and then you are infused with fire. Or your sword is infused with fire core. Cool.
Yep.
All right, well, that's one of them. The kobold. Lilvati needs to roll concentration.
Yeah, I'm just checking just to make sure I have advantage in this.
11 is good enough. Let's see, where did 5, 10, 15, 20. All right, so the kobold would have gone for core and bumped into Lilvati, so he knows you're there, but he's going to attack with disadvantage. But he has pack tactics, so it's a straight roll. Misses. And the soldier will attack core with 2 attacks.
Pack tactics. They got an advantage with pack tactics.
Yes.
So my little self buff actually does something.
Yeah, that's gonna block that. All right, core, you're getting 2 attacks with pack tactics from the soldier.
All right.
First one misses. Second one misses. Nice.
Yes.
Takara, you're up.
All right.
Oh wait.
Chris, I'm finally. Today is the day of 2 firsts that you've been wanting me to do. Can you? All right, I get it. It's my turn. Jesus. All
Sorry.
right. Okay.
I was editing something. I'm trying to.
All I heard was batong, batong, batong like 4 times in my ear.
Trying to manage like 100 tokens without managing 100 tokens.
Oh my god, my job is so hard. Blah blah blah. No, I'm just kidding. I know it's a lot.
I like it, Chris.
Yeah. Okay. I know. So I'm gonna use the thing you made me. Speaking of loving me, finally, Jolting Smite. I'm gonna do that as a bonus action.
Nice.
And attack the one that I'm targeted. Huzzah. Well, the Jolting Smite damage doesn't matter to him, I guess, but another bolt does jump to the other enemy. Because he is within 10 feet.
Natalie, this arc of lightning just goes over your head. Oh, look, getting both of them.
It's not a lot, but it's, good for a good free d6.
It's honest damage.
Well, you look at that.
Oh my god.
Exactly
All right.
enough.
Dang. Well, I got a free attack. For no one. So wait. Could I conceivably throw a javelin over the steep wall at this creature?
I'll say he has half cover, which is +2 to his AC. And by the way, this guy, unlike the soldiers, he is pretty heavily armored. Seems a bit more skilled than the soldiers that surrounded Natalie. That are just like foot soldiers.
Okay. I mean, if I don't do that, I can literally do nothing else, so I'm just gonna do it.
All right.
Javelin.
I'm never doing the Snowmall dungeon ever again.
I thought you live were there.
24.
Yeah, it hits.
Yes. So much damage.
Every little bit helps.
Yeah.
That's your turn.
Yeah, I just say to Natalie.
Okay.
Even though I would have healed you, but for some reason when I swing once, I can't. I just gotta swing again. You know.
I get you. Been there.
All right, so
Give me 6 seconds and I can heal you again.
I mean, I'm not intending to get hit again. I'm gonna just keep casting this stupid spell until I run out of fucking spell slots.
Corey, you're up.
I'm getting the sense that my turn is up next.
Oh, that's the other thing. Sorry, I should have it in a good position now. To where I want it.
No, you good, you good. Let me just see some.
And what happens is I set a token as the initiative for like all of the soldiers, and then y'all kill that one, and then it removes it from the order. It's like, all right, well, I gotta.
You have to make another one that's
know.
not there. You know the ways.
All right, I'll wait till your turn so I can spam you with that when I do that.
Okay. Let me check one thing real quick. Okay. Okay. Okay, that is how that works. Okay. I am going to. I am going to hold an action. Can I hold the supercharged lightning bolt throw javelin of lightning?
If it's an action, you can hold it.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to clarify that. I'm going to hold that until I am within hitting distance.
How far is hitting distance?
30 feet.
Okay. Oh, so you just wait.
Oh, what?
You're pretty close. Oh wait, 40.
Yeah,
see.
I'm
Okay.
not that close.
Almost.
I wish.
5 feet.
Otherwise, I would 100%
Alright.
strike him in the face.
At the end of your turn, crew will turn towards Sarkovan and use a legendary action. He just turns towards you, Sarkovan, and says, "You picked the wrong fight," and just snarls at you, and you see these like fearsome draconic teeth in his mouth. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I try to counterspell.
It's not a spell. He's just trying to scare you.
All right, listen.
He's just scary.
You are frightened. Oh, and I forgot to mention, it didn't matter, but you would have had disadvantage because of the natural lingering sense of terror in this whole place. But it didn't matter. Where is frightened? On this list. Here it is. There you go. And then Auroras is going to try to struggle again. With her third success, she manages to break free from his grasp and fall prone next to him on the edge. and he just shouts a curse at her. And then he just says, "Well, if the lava won't do you in, then my sword will." And we'll make 2 weapon attacks.
I try to cutting words.
So that's a minus D8.
Yeah, and technically I can use it after I see the roll, but before knowing the result.
Hmm. All right, we'll see what happens. Well, he gets a critical hit. So he can save it. Oh, but then he'll make a second attack. And that one misses. As she pulls a spear off her back and catches the sword, blocking it. All right, some more of these guys run in. They're gonna go here, and they just kind of delete these guys, and then some of these move forward. Wilvati, you're up.
Okay. So, I
Yes.
want Mozilla to move into my space and then teleport
Okay.
15 feet. So that's me and Core going forward. I'm using the damage part of this ability for the first time
Nice.
today. So all 3 of these need to make a dex save.
Let's see if this works. That work? No. Okay. Go ahead and roll the damage. Is it half on a success?
No.
Oh, okay. What's the DC?
DC 17.
So 1 passes, but the other 2 fail.
7 fire damage. And they take full damage because I have Fire Adept.
Thank you. I was just about to say, oh, but they're red dragonborn. Nope. Is
Core is now in range.
Yep.
Yes, I am. Means I will. So let me make sure I'm targeting him. So you are making a crew is making a DC 13
Dex
saving
save.
throw. Dexterity. Carry, he makes it. So let me just see this. Okay, so he takes 3 damage from that. And then
But divided
I
by
just
half because he succeeded, right?
divide by half, which is
Yeah.
1. And then it's that plus an attack, right?
Yes. Plus the.
Okay.
Oh wait, you roll to hit, and then wait.
I think the lightning part and the attack part are 2 separate.
So you make an attack against him. If you hit, he
Uh-huh.
takes the javelin damage and the lightning damage. The only people who make dex saves are
Okay.
anyone in the
In
area of effect.
between.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna attack him.
It missed.
Oh, okay. It didn't show up for me for whatever reason. Oh, never mind. It's further.
Oh yeah, it's
Okay.
up when you. All right, so
Inspo.
you have bardic inspiration.
Ah, that is true.
And you're blessed, so
Oh.
a D8 and a D4.
And you're charged.
And
So
I'm charged.
do it.
Please. Oh, please. Please let this work. Oh, I think that works. Oh, that definitely works.
Let's go.
Alrighty,
Yeah.
so that's gonna be javelin damage, which is D6 plus strength, I believe. And then
Yeah.
4d6 lightning from the spear,
3d8 from spark.
charge. Yeah, 3d8 from spark.
So, say that again. D6.
And you have the fire damage from your absorb elements.
Yep. Okay. So that's 2d6.
No, roll them separately because he has resistance
Okay.
to fire damage.
That's right. That's right. So we'll do fire damage first, which is 1d6.
1.
So that's an extra 1. And then the d6 from the is it a d6 or a d8 for the javelin?
D6 plus strength.
D6
Mod.
plus strength. So plus is it plus 5? Plus 3. Okay. D6 plus 3. Then it is 8 piercing for the javelin. And then what was that? 3d8
We do 3d8 for spark, yes.
for spark. Okay. And what type of damage is that?
Lightning.
Lightning.
Lightning damage. Okay.
And 4d6 for the javelin's lightning.
And 4d6 for the javelin.
9 plus 24.
And then
Yeah, Kevin, if you can give me
40
the total, that would be helpful.
So not counting the fire damage, it's 37 damage.
Nice.
That's a don't do that little damage when you take 37. Don't take that little damage when you take 37.
Oh no, this dude is cruised or done. He can take it.
Also, Core, you gain 8 temporary HP from your roll on the Bardic Inspo.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh wait, did I do that also? I forgot about that.
You got 4, I think. Yeah, you throw the javelin and it impales in his back, and he doesn't budge and just faces you and says, "Welcome to your final test." Will Vati, it's still your turn.
Yeah, it's still my turn. I will break invisibility to cast Scorching Ray. Going to target this dude once. Gotta find the spell again. Scorching Ray. Cast spell. Attack. Damn. Okay. And then attack this dude twice. Okay, rerolling the 6.
And
Or the 1.
You ignore the resistance, right?
Yeah. That's an additional 5. And then using my enhanced bond to get another d8 fire damage.
So 11 more.
An additional 6.
Oh, not that way. It's not.
So 16 total.
I think it already did the 5, and then I did plus 11. So now, all right, that's right.
And that's my turn.
Natalie, you're up.
Yeah, he's gonna get his. How far away is he from me? Yeah, I can't quite get to him. That's not quite 30 feet, right? Oh no, but this is, so I can. Yeah, I'm gonna give him the good old fashioned priest don't like you combo. What am I, cleric, whatever they're called. Spell book.
Oh, did I put in your spiritual weapon token? Is that what you're doing?
I've got a spiritual weapon him.
I don't have the token. Dang it. I bet I can find it quick.
17 is a miss.
It's AC 18.
Sure. Wait, do I have a plus or something? Do I have any pluses? No.
Yes.
Wait.
Yeah, it shows he has a
Yes.
bless.
You have plus D4. You're blessed.
Yeah, because it was Takara, Natalie, and Core.
So but it gets it. Then it's a hit.
So he hits, yeah.
I can roll a d4, or you can accept that a d4 does at least get
Alright.
one, and we can.
Alright, I'm not gonna find that token. All right. So
No, don't automatically do it on me. Can you heal him 7?
sure.
That's annoying. Can you heal him 7 and deal him 19? Because he failed the first one.
Okay.
Right, he fails at fucking Toll the Dead. Look at the
Why did?
thing.
Oh, because I didn't put in the wait. And then roll the spiritual weapon damage.
Did not happen?
The spiritual weapon
17.
hits.
No,
And with the D4.
missed. Right, I have to roll damage for this one as well.
That's doing.
God, I love the. It's a
Doing
good body.
Would you like to describe your spiritual weapon for the party?
Uh, you certainly haven't seen anything like it before.
I'll get the image
That is,
next time, but we'll use.
well, I know. I mean, that might be a different thing this time. I'm gonna say it's a different thing this time.
All right. How about you? It's the image that I found instead of the different.
Sure. It's key features that you certainly haven't seen anything like it before.
How's that look? You see that token? That
Yeah,
okay. Is that your turn?
that's what I got. I moved and cast all my spells. So, oh right, I have to click the button. You're
All
trying
right.
to get me to click the button.
These guys are gonna dash. Sir Coven, you're up.
I'm frightened. Can you remind me what that entails again?
You can't move closer to crew, and you have disadvantage on everything while you can see him.
Disadvantage on everything. Okay. I move here. I cast. Well, I don't cast, but as an action, I perform until the end of my next turn. I do counter charm, which is going to give little Vati and Core advantage on saving throws against being frightened or charmed, and myself. And as a bonus action, I'm going to give inspo to Core again. And do I roll to see if I break the frighten?
No, at you're frightened until the end of his next turn. So
Then
you're
I
still
am
frightened, but it'll be gone before your next turn. All right, so this guy's up here, up here. This guy's gonna attack you with pack tactics. And he deals extra damage from his fanatical advantage. That's only once per turn though. And he'll make his second attack. Oh, crit. It should be prompting you to make a save for your concentration, I think. Okay.
Oh.
That was, I think that was Spark, which is gone anyway.
Oh, okay. Never
And
mind.
then the veteran says, that little creature is what's making them move around so quick. And will swing his longsword at Mozilla. How many multi-attacks did he get? 2. Oh, but he doesn't have pack tactics. And then he makes he has a short sword in his offhand that he attacks attacks with. Misses. Wow. Mozilla's tough for a little familiar. Takara, you're up.
All right. I will move 20. Damn. 30? Is that legal?
Yeah, it's fine.
And I will cast Shatter. Like so. Oh shit. Are these two on the ends not affected by this range?
They will be. As long as the black circle touches them, they get affected. I'll just
Okay,
go do it
cool.
manually.
You're a benevolent god. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really prefer the non-Euclidean solution.
Blah 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 blah. Con saves for all of them.
Okay.
Oh, that sucked.
What's the DC?
Having to remind myself of that. It is 15.
Alright, so second soldier fails, and it's half on a failure.
Yeah.
And then you said 16 or 15?
15.
Alrighty. Is that your turn?
I think so. God, that damage was ass.
It happens.
I'm assuming none of them were made of stone, crystal, or metal.
No.
Okay. I just had to check. Yeah. I always forget if I have any bonus actions that aren't spells. No. Okay, yeah, that's it.
Core, you're up. You see Auroras on the ground, blood dripping from Crew's sword as he goes preparing for another swing.
Okay.
There is also a soldier right next to you with a spear at the ready.
Yep. I'm going to look at Lilavati, give her a nod. I'm going to stay where I am, and I'm going to. Oh, I can't hold a. Can I hold a bonus action,
I'll
or is that not how that works? I will hold my boom, my shield boom.
Nice. Alrighty. At the end of your turn, Crew's gonna take a legendary action. He's just gonna shout out, Sergeant Vero, don't let them approach. And this guy is going to get a free reaction attack against Lilavati with advantage. And gains advantage on the attack roll, yes. Hits, and he does have fanatical advantage, so that does an extra 2d6. Doing 7 more. Alright, Aurora's turn. She's going to stand up and swing her spear at, make two attacks? 3 attacks with her spear at Crew.
Probably not at me.
As she's just screaming and bleeding from multiple injuries, but standing her ground. Crew is up. Um, he is going to attempt to grapple Auroras. Oh, but she fends him off. But then he turns towards Eochora and says, "You'll never get here." And raises up a hand, and this orb of fire begins forming in it. And then he throws it towards you. Come on. All right. As this inferno smashes into you and intense heat washes over your body. Like that. Okay. Alright, these guys are up. That's all these, right? Yeah. Oh, that guy's. Is he supposed to be dead? I guess so. Alright, this one's going to attack Takara. Misses both attacks. Wilvati, you're up.
Fuck. Here we go.
Yep.
Teleport. 15 feet.
Okay, let me just make sure I'm doing this correctly. Get that out of the way for a second. Move right there. Okay, so that hits both of them. Is there a way I can... Yep, that's what we're gonna do. Here we go. And I just look Crew dead in the eyes and go, how was that? And then I lunge out my shield and unleash the boom.
So you gotta
Unleash the boom.
make a save.
Strength save 13. If I had to take a guess. Well, let's see what happens.
Is that a nat 1?
That is a
Is that
natural
a nat
one.
1?
That is a natural one. So what happens? He fails the saving throw.
I'm gonna read this exactly because holy shit. Each creature in a 20-foot cone originating from my shield makes a DC 13 saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 40-10 thunder damage and is pushed 15 feet away from me.
It's gonna be a problem for
So
him.
as you raise up this shield, this cloud of wind bursts out, and Crew flies off the rock, plummeting into the lava below. You hear him screaming in pain as the lava overcomes him, and you just see a hand sticking out that slowly sinks underneath.
Fucking dream go away?
You had the high ground.
Oh, she had the
Yep.
low ground.
Or he'll be back.
It's over,
Choose
Stradat.
your
I have the high ground.
Well, Lati, it's your turn.
No. I'm gonna cure wounds myself.
Okay.
Cause ouchies. Then I get another D8. Take some more. There we go.
Nice.
And then Mozilla's gonna also get behind me. And that does it.
Okay.
Look.
Natalie?
I don't have a way to get up there. I'm gonna just kind of start moseying. Well, actually, I'm gonna dash to from here and then just to here. Oh, and I'm gonna self-cast. I can't take it. No advantage for me.
Oh, also everyone around Mozilla takes the deck save.
Oh, okay. Roll that damage.
Core gets a plus D4.
So anyone who failed takes 8 damage.
What's the DC?
17.
Cool. Alright, Natalie had her turn. Actually, yeah, at this point, the Red Dragonborn see crew get knocked off and fall into the lava, and they seem shocked, and they all kind of are paralyzed for a minute, not sure what to do. Auroras runs up to you, Core, and says, "Thank you for saving me." And she reaches out and like grabs your arm, and the moment her skin touches yours, everything fades to black for everyone.
And then we're gonna have another dream in a second.
You find yourselves back in that horrific dreamscape, but you notice up in the sky there's a yellow light kind of glowing that wasn't there before.
We're all gonna get colors. Yay!
And that's where we'll pick up next time.
Colors.
Oh, I should probably update my notes from I haven't touched it in like an
I
hour.
know.